Hello everyone, welcome to What If Deku Was Expelled from UA and Became Pokemon Trainer movie. Before we start, please go support JoestarGhoulZ for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Deku is a male. Izuku was discarded and expelled from UA, but they threw him into a portal to suffer, but they didn't realize that this world would be Izuku's greatest adventure with his companion Poemon. Betrayal and the new adventure. We can see Izuku in his former UA room. You might wonder why. Well, what happens is that UA betrayed Izuku because they couldn't stand Izuku because his brother said things about him. But now he was packing some things because he plans to leave the country, and thus have peace. Izuku sighs, "At least I'll have a good life," grabs the bag. Well, time to go. Izuku left the rooms without anyone noticing, and when he left he saw a small figure, but he only saw it in the shadow, and he decided to follow it. And when he got to where it seemed that it stopped. Izuku, very well, another one of your jokes is happening, Isaac, come on, I'm ready. He didn't receive a response, but he saw that the shadow rose and began to spin around him and, to Izuku's surprise, made a portal. Izuku, wow, that's genius. He stopped when Izuku began to levitate. At first he liked it, but not anymore since it seemed like the portal was sucking him in. But he held it with a pull. Izuku, no, I can't finish like this. I still have to. I have nothing left. All I can say is, goes to the academy, goodbye, let go, cruel world. When he let go he was sucked into the portal, but when he entered the portal it closed, but they didn't know that Izuku left his things on the floor and a girl saw them and more when Izuku was sucked into the portal. Izuku, why crying? With Izuku. He looked in a dark place where Izuku was floating. Izuku, where am I? I see you were chosen. Izuku, hey, who are you? Looking everywhere. You'll know that very soon. Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, wait. He couldn't finish because a light came out that shone so brightly that it blinded his eyes, and then he woke up. Izuku, hey, opens his eyes, where am I? Izuku saw that he was in a room. He didn't know how he got there. Izuku, how did I get here? Could it be the portal that attracted me here? And more than that, it was that voice I heard in that black space, and the question is, why am I here? Oh, you woke up already? Izuku turned his gaze and saw a woman with slightly dark skin. I'm not racist. And her hair was a little fluffy, but she was wearing a sleeveless shirt and green pants, I think. But she was smiling, and on her shoulder was a bird, but he had never seen it in his life. I'm so glad you woke up. Bird fletchling. Izuku, thank you. And where am I? Curious. You are in my house, and this was my ex-daughter's room, but I remodeled it. Izuku, I see. By the way, what's your name? Izuku, well, I'm Izuku Midoriya, and who are you? Curious. Oh right, my name is Grace. It's a pleasure. Izuku smiles. Izuku, likewise. And who is that bird? Grace, he's Fletchling. He's my Pokemon. Fletchling, Flet. Izuku, Pokemon? Confused. Grace, hey, don't you want to eat something? Izuku, okay. Izuku along with Grace and his fletchling, and Izuku looked out the window and was surprised to see some animals that he had never seen, but he noticed some photos of her when she was young and seeing a man and a blonde-haired girl, but he had in mind to remember what Grace said when they met. Izuku, surely that man is her husband, and the girl, well, she said like an ex-daughter, but what happened? He thought curiously. Now we can see Izuku in the dining room with Grace eating a plate of spaghetti, but Izuku decided to talk. Izuku, excuse me Grace, can I ask questions? Grace, of course, whatever you want. Izuku. Izuku, well, how did you find me? Grace, well, I was passing through the field and I saw you coming out of a dimensional portal. Izuku, wait, like? Grace, well, sometimes beings come from another dimension alternate to ours. Izuku, I see. Grace, are you from one of those worlds of heroes? Izuku, what if someone from my dimension comes here? Surprised. Grace, well, yes, and you are the first after 10 years. Izuku, incredible that I'm the first after 10 years. Surprised. Grace, you want to ask about this world, right? Izuku, well, yes, since you said that Fletchling was a Pokemon and also those creatures that I saw outside, can you explain it to me? Grace, well, I'll tell you. And so Grace told about the Pokemon, the regions, the Pokemon leagues and the gyms, and not to mention that she also told about the legendary Pokemon, and also the Mega Evolutions. Izuku, what a world like that, that's great. Grace, that's right. Fletchling. Izuku, hey, do you know where we are and what region this is? Grace, well, we are in Sketch Town and the region is Callos region, the less popular region. Izuku, hey, what do you mean by that? Curious. Grace sighs, okay, but first tell me what you went through. Izuku, well, I think so, you see. An explanation later. Izuku, and that's how I got here. When Izuku explained his life, Grace was upset about what Izuku had to go through because of his brothers and that everyone listened to them, but she left him when Izuku told how he came to her world. Grace, wait, you said a shadow brought you here just because you followed it and ended up here. Izuku, well yes, but when I was unconscious I heard a voice, and it said that I was chosen and I don't know why. Grace, did Arceus choose him to live here? Doubtful. Izuku, hey Grace. Grace, made Izuku. Izuku, because this region is the least popular if it has leagues here and why? Curious. Grace, well, it's a delicate subject, but I hope you understand. Izuku, I'm all ears. Grace, well, the thing is that Callos was a peaceful and respected region with some great trainers. Izuku, incredible. Grace, but everything changed when something happened. Izuku, and that would be it. Grace, something called the Age of Greed. Izuku, was it greed? Grace, what happens is that there was a time when some coaches became arrogant and egocentric just because they had something that made them superior. Izuku, you mean the Mega Evolutions, right? Grace, that's right Izuku. When you have it, the Pokemon has a powerful power, but as time went by they became cretinous, but one day the climax of that era came. Izuku, and what is it? Grace, once the male coaches wanted to overstep their authority with the leaders as well as the women, and everything was chaos, and one day they left the region, but when it happened no coach has challenged them for fear of everyone since they heard about that era, she said annoyed. Izuku, now that I remember, you said that the room I was in belonged to your ex-daughter. Did she? Grace, yes, a tear comes out, she joined them. After her father's death she became greedy and I really don't know what to do, cries. Izuku didn't like seeing Grace like that since it seems that she also suffered like him, but worse that she heard that his daughter betrayed him, so without further ado he approached Grace and gave her a hug, and she reciprocated while she cried on Izuku's shoulder, and a few minutes later, Grace, thank you Izuku. Izuku, you're welcome. Grace, hey, what are you going to do now? Izuku, you know the truth, smiles, I will stay in this world since it seems interesting here. Grace, well, if you want, you can stay here. Besides, I always wanted a child since I already lost him. Izuku, I understand. Well, this will be interesting, hee. Grace, thank you Arceus for this, thank you. Izuku, by the way, where is Fletchling? Grace, oh I don't know, maybe it is. It didn't end as Fletchling appeared flying, but he seemed rushed. Grace, what's up Fletchling? Fletchling, flet. Izuku, it seems like he's telling us something. Grace, maybe Izuku follows me. Izuku, of course. So Izuku followed Grace and Fletchling, and they followed him outside where he led them to an egg that was moving. Izuku, that's a Pokemon egg. Grace, if it seems to be moving, I'd better call the teacher while you Izuku take care of him. Izuku, okay. And so Grace left Izuku with the egg, but saw that it moved a lot and made him nervous, but Izuku touched it, and it was a little cold, and decided to hug it. Izuku, I wonder what Pokemon you are, smiles. I hope you find a trainer or maybe be my friend. When he said that, the egg stopped moving and began to glow, and that alarmed him. Izuku, Grace, what's going on? Sees the egg, it's about to hatch. Izuku left the egg where it was and the two saw that it shone more, and when it hatched you could see a blue frog, and it seemed to have foam on its back like a hood. Froakie. Izuku, wow, he was born. Grace, it's incredible, amazed. Froakie sees Izuku. Izuku, looking at me. Froakie. They saw that Froakie climbed onto Izuku's shoulder, and seemed happy. Grace, wow, it seems Izuku likes you. Izuku, you think but you know what Pokemon it is. Grace, it's a Froakie, it's a water Pokemon. Izuku, but what do I do? Grace, apparently he wants to be your Pokemon. Izuku, seriously, grabs and goes to Froakie. Hey Froakie. Froa sees it. Izuku, do you want to be my friend and my Pokemon? Froakie, Froakie happy. Izuku smiles. Grace, in that case, 10 gives her a white and red sphere. Izuku, what is that? Curious. Grace, that's a Pokeball, they're used to catch Pokemon. And this one belongs to Froakie, she gives it away, take care of it. Izuku, I promise you. Grace smiles determinedly. Froakie. Grace, I hope so, smiles. Fletchling, animated. We can see Izuku lying in a tree in Sketch Town along with his best friend Froakie and first Pokemon, but he looked bored. Izuku sighs, I don't know what I'll do now, Froakie. Froakie. Izuku, I know, what can I do? I've been here for 3 weeks since I came to this world. I can't do it now. Froakie. Izuku, you want me to go on an adventure? Froakie. Izuku, I don't know how Grace will take it. I mean, I considered her as a mother and I her son, but you know what happened with her ex-daughter, I don't know how she will feel. But inside me she wants to explore and maybe confront the leaders, Froakie surprised. Izuku, Well, you know what, I'd better tell him if friend. Froakie. Izuku and Froakie went home, and when they entered they had dinner with Grace and Fletchling, but Izuku decided to talk. Izuku, hey Grace, I want to say something. Grace, and what is it? Izuku, what would you say if I went out to explore the region? Grace, well, I thought that since you've been here for a while, I thought you'd explore it to get to know it. Izuku, yes, but sees Froakie, Ascendant. Izuku, I thought about challenging the leaders and participating in the league. Grace, Izuku, I know you wouldn't like to hear that after the greedy era, and well, I thought I'd go challenge them so the region would become the most famous again like before, so. Grace, yes. Izuku, Froakie, confused. Grace, you know you remind me of my husband, and the truth is I know it since your last name is my husband's. Izuku, wait, her husband was a Midoriya and you are impressed. Grace, I'm Grace Midoriya, smiles. And the truth is my husband was a trainer, so I'll allow you to do it so that this region is like before that disaster, yes, and be the champion or a great trainer. Izuku, of course. Grace smiles. I'd better get ready since I plan to leave tomorrow. Grace, better prepare everything. And so Izuku was preparing to travel the region, but he saw a box on his bed, and he saw a note, and he began to read it. Note, dear Izuku, I had the assumption that you would want to travel the region, so inside is your outfit that you will wear for your trip, and I hope you use it since you will remember me during the trip, my little one. Signature, your mother Grace. After reading it, he couldn't help but smile and a tear came out, and then he decided to pack everything. The next day, outside the house, Grace and Froakie were seen waiting for Izuku to come out. Grace, well Froakie, it seems that you are excited since you and Izuku will travel. Froakie excited. Grace, glad to hear that, smiles. Izuku, I'm ready now. Imagine he has green hair. Izuku, I'm ready. Froakie amazed. Grace, Izuku, something's wrong. Grace, those clothes belonged to my husband when he was young. Izuku, I see. Froakie stands on Izuku's shoulder. Froakie, Izuku, well, it's time to go. Grace, wait, but first I have to give you something. Izuku, 10, the two artifacts. Izuku, my Pokédex and my Poke Watch. Amazed. Grace, with the Pokédex you can research which Pokémon you find, and with the Poke Watch you can communicate and call me whenever you want, even when you're not in a Pokémon Center. Izuku, okay. Grace, of course you need this when you defeat the leaders. Hands her a metal case. Izuku, thanks, takes it and puts it in his bag. Well, I think it's time, right? Grace, if you know Izuku, over time I have considered you as a son, and the truth is I liked it. After what happened to her I felt tears come out, happy. Izuku, I also considered you as a mother since I came to this world. You have given me the love and teachings of a mother, so tears come out. Thank you, Mom. Then they both began to hug each other while crying, but they separated. Grace, I hope you have a good trip. Izuku, I will do it, and when I return to this house I will bring the title of champion, so wait for me. Grace, take care and have a good trip. Izuku, sure, see you, smiles. Mom. Grace, surprised and cries with joy. Izuku, it's time for Froakie. And so Izuku and Froakie left while Grace was watching them while she continued crying with joy. Grace, have a good trip, my son. And so a new adventure began for Izuku, as he will soon have new challenges, new friends and rivals. Only what events await Izuku and his partner Froakie in this new world where the Callos region will change completely for our Pokemon trainer. First friend and problems at the UA. Same day Izuku left for the Pokemon world. In the dormitories of Class B we can hear some sobs, but they were from a girl with green hair, but they looked like vines, but someone knocked on her room door. Everything will be fine. Itsuka doesn't happen. Itsuka enters the room. And what's wrong with you? It's that sniff, something happened. Itsuka, and what is it? It's Izuku. Itsuka, yes, I heard that. He left sniff. Itsuka, hey, what did you say? That he left, crying. Itsuka, no, tears come out. Izuku. Pokemon World Callos, Route 2. We can see Izuku on Route 2 along with Froakie, who was looking at his Pokewatch, looking at a map, and seeing some data about his next destination. Izuku, very well Froakie. The city where I will have my first battle will be in the city of Santalin, and we have to go to the Green Forest, and thus get to the city where there is a gym. Froakie animated. Izuku, but here it says that the Santalin gym is an insect type, but I'm not complaining about you since you learned a normal movement that would count as aerial, but we would be missing a flying Pokemon, don't you think? Froakie aware. Froa stops. Izuku, what's up Froakie? Nayai. Izuku, did you hear that? Froakie conscious. Izuku, let's go find him. Froakie. And so Izuku and Froakie were looking for the person responsible for that sound until Froakie. Izuku, you found it, Froakie. Froakie. Izuku, here I go. Izuku went to where Froakie was and saw where he was a small bat but it had like horns on its head. No. Izuku, what Pokemon is that? Froakie. Izuku, right, the Pokédex. Takes out the Pokédex. Pokédex. Name, Noibat. Pokemon classification. Sonic Wave. SX male. Not even the toughest professional wrestler would be able to withstand its 200,000 Hz ultrasonic waves without getting dizzy and going down on one knee. Izuku, what a Noibat. But what is one doing here, since from what I know the bats are in caves, and what is one doing here? Froakie. Izuku, to Noibat. His wing is hurt. Froa. Izuku, let's help him better. Froakie conscious. And so Izuku took Noibat, and they went into the forest to camp and take care of him. Izuku, calm down Noibat, everything will be okay. In the world of My Hero Academia, we can see all the students of Class 1A gathered together, as we see Class B and the principal and the heroes, but they felt some tension since 2 of Class B were silent, and did not speak since they were the reason they were here. Aizawa, Vlad, do you know why we're here? Vlad King. Well, the truth is that 2 of my students quoted us all and I don't know why. Aizawa, very well. Almight, excuse us, ladies, and may I know why we are here? Itsuka, why did they do that to him? Aizawa, hey, what are you talking about? Ibara, we asked them why they did that to Izuku. Everyone surprised. Vlad King, what are you talking about? Ibara, don't lie. I know you betrayed Izuku from Isaac and Ino's lies. Class B, as surprised. Yui, what do you mean by betraying Izuku? Itsuka, why don't you tell Class A? Class A nervous. Vlad King, Aizawa, you know about that. Aizawa, no, in fact I would never do that to one of my students, but goes to Class A. Why did they do that to Midoriya? Seriously. Isaac, because for us he is useless, he always has been. Ino, that's right, and it was also hard to get it out, he. Class A, as surprised. Tokoemi, I knew it. All, hey, Tokoemi, did you think I would go out with someone like Ino? The truth is I recorded everything, showing a video, and I'm not the only one or not. Momo, true, I wasn't going to let Izuku be like that. Kyoka, it's true, we were just playing along with his game, although I can't believe All Might fell for his game. All, hey, Monoma, so Class A are just idiots. Shoji, what you say is true, Monoma. Tsuyu, yes, and I feel disappointed since we always supported Izuku, and these people harassed him and even convinced him to expel him. Nizu, so it was for you. Class A nerves. Kirishima, I feel disappointed that I'm not with them. They don't act like men. Koda, well, we just need to find Midoriya and everything will be resolved. Ibara, that's not going to work. All, hey, Vlad King, because you say so. Ibara, I saw him leave and he was following a shadow and a portal opened and it was holding but tears come out. Pony, so what? Ibara, he got loose and he went through the doorway and closed, she said through tears. He will never come back, crying. Nobody believed what they heard that Izuku went to a portal. Tokoemi, it can't be. Shoji, because. Momo, Izuku in tears. Kyoka, it's not true that he, on her knees and crying. Kirishima, Midoriya. Curse, hitting the ground. Itsuka, Izuku, where are you? Nizu, let's talk about this, serious and angry. In the Pokemon world, Izuku was bandaging Noibat's wing. Izuku, ready, you feel better now, little one. Noibat, Noi. Izuku, I'm glad, by the way, I'm Izuku, and he's my friend Froakie. Froakie. Noibat, Noi happy. Izuku, hey Noibat, can you tell us why we found you like this and with your wing hurt? Noibat, Noi sad. Izuku, it must have been difficult, if you don't want to tell us. Noibat, Noi. Izuku, as your coach, I abandoned you for hurting your wing and for being a crybaby. Noibat, about to cry. Izuku, it's unforgivable to abandon a Pokemon as if it were nothing. It's almost similar to the heroes who abandon their companions, just like the Quirkless. Hey little one, you know something? Noibat, Noi sees it. Izuku, we're heading to Santalin City and I can't leave you here, so would you like to come with us while you recover? Noibat, Noi, happy ascendant. Izuku, in that case, grabs him. Let's go, Froakie. And the 2 of them continued on their way to Santalin City with Noibat in their arms. In the world of My Hero Academia, it's been 3 weeks since the truth about the Midoriya brothers and Class A was revealed. Everyone lost respect and even All Might. But some were sad since they heard that Izuku left in a portal and saying that he would not return, and they believed that it was the work of the brothers or the League of Villains. But they left it as if nothing had happened. But they were still sad since he is not there. Ibara, sniff Izuku. Tokoemi, where are you, friend? Kirishima, where are you, Izabro? Shoji, sorry. Koda, crying. Tsuyu, Midoriya, Jero, sniff. Kyoka, Izuku, crying. Momo, Izuku, forgive us for not stopping it. Itsuka, where are you? I hope you're okay, Izuku, crying. But they didn't know that a being was watching everything that happened those 3 weeks in that world. It seems I don't know if I made a mistake in bringing him to my world, since from what I see there are people that Izuku cares about, but sees a portal to Izuku with Froakie and Noibat. Apparently he wants the region to be recognized before the era of greed, but sees Izuku's friends. Maybe he'll bring them here. I wonder what would happen if they have Pokemon. I'd better leave Izuku's luck to him. Sees Izuku, that region will undoubtedly change. I don't think I regret anything. Pokemon World Green Forest. Izuku, very well, we are in the Green Forest almost near the city of Santalin, and so I can face the gym leader. Izuku, excited. Froakie, nodding. Izuku, and I wonder when you're going to fly Noibat, since I should heal the Hara with the berry ointment. Noibat, Noi. Izuku, well, maybe after crossing the forest you can fly. Froakie. Izuku, what's up, Froakie? He received an answer but heard a sound in the bushes and was waiting for it to come out, but he saw that it came out, and saw a furry creature with 4 legs, but it was white, and he deduced that it was a shiny Eevee. Izuku, what a Pokemon it is, takes out the Pokédex. Name Eevee. Pokemon classification, evolution, SX female. Eevee's genetic makeup allows it to mutate and adapt quickly to any environment it lives in. This Pokemon's evolution is usually made possible by the radiation emitted by various stones. Izuku, wow, but it looks different. Maybe it's a different color. I heard that shiny are very rare to see, but I think I'll need it for my trip. Very well. Froakie fights with him. Froakie conscious. Izuku, alright. Froakie bubble beam. Froakie shot some bubbles that were heading towards the Eevee, but he didn't have time to dodge them, but he recovered and began to attack Froakie, but he dodged them and shot bubbles, but something happened. And it was that Eevee winked and hearts came out, and when he reached Froakie he fell in love. Izuku, there, I don't use attraction, this is bad. Noibat flies. Izuku, Noibat, you fly, but what are you doing? Noibat, Noi. Izuku, wait, Sonic Wave, I understand. Well, use Sonic Wave on Eevee and Froakie to make it react. Noibat, Noi. And so Noibat made the Sonic Wave, making Froakie react. Noibat, Noi. Froakie. Izuku, very well. Noibat, help us in combat. Noibat, Noi conscious. Izuku, ready. Froakie conscious. Izuku, very well. Froakie, I want you to use Noibat Wind Cutter, and if he uses attraction, use the Sonic Wave, so he does it, and Froakie finishes with a Water Pulse. Both Froakie/Noi. And so the two launched themselves against Eevee and did what Izuku told them. Froakie used Slash on him as well as Noibat used Cutting Wind, but they saw that he was using attraction. Noibat used the Sonic Wave, and in the end Froakie used Water Pulse that hit Eevee's chest that sent him far away on the ground. Izuku, very well, takes out a Pokeball go, throws the Pokeball. When the Pokeball touched Eevee, a red light surrounded it and entered the Pokeball, and it is moving until Pong. Izuku was surprised and excited to know what that meant, so he took it and raised it. Izuku, incredible, I catched my first Pokemon, how good. Froakie, Noibat and Noi. Izuku, well, at least we have a new partner, and besides Noibat is better now. Both nod. Izuku, but what will you do, Noibat, since you can fly? Noibat, Noi, looking down in sadness. Izuku sees Froakie. Froakie nods happily. Izuku smiles. Hey Noibat. Noi sees it. Izuku, would you like to be my Pokemon and travel with us? Noibat, Noi runs in to hug him. Izuku took out a Pokeball, and when he touched it, it entered the Pokeball and could stay there. Izuku, welcome Noibat. Let's go, Froakie, to the city. Froakie. And so the two continued their way to Santalin City, since he caught 2 Pokemon in a single day, but he was happy while he continued on his way. Izuku, I'll finally have my first gym battle and enter the league when I have all 8 badges. I'm excited just thinking about it. I thought excitedly. Excited place. Without a doubt that special boy. Without a doubt I do not regret it. But how will they be when they see that there are doubles here? Without a doubt they will be surprised to know that the most feared and miserable family here is the most respected and kind family, and more when you meet her. Without a doubt your new life will be exciting for you, Izuku. But I am surprised by how quickly you changed when you arrived. Without a doubt you will be known as Izuku, the Pokemon trainer and the new champion of the Callos region. Looking at Izuku's X-World. And I am surprised that they could not tell Izuku's size. I just hope they continue forward and more you, Izuku, and change to that region, and that you have a legendary battle. New friend and first gym battle. Callos Route 3. We can see Izuku leaving the green forest with Froakie, but they saw the sunrise and next to it a city. Izuku, hey Froakie, I think it's Santalin City. Froakie climbs onto his shoulder. Froakie, Izuku, then let's go run. Froakie, Froakie. In the world of My Hero Academia, nothing improved for Izuku's friends since they learned that Izuku was lost in a portal and they would do anything to find him, but without any result. Momo. Izuku, if only there would be a way. Wait, May. And so Momo left like a soul taken by the devil, but was stopped by his friends who did not turn their backs on Izuku. Shoji. Hey Momo, where are you going in such a hurry? Momo. Tell Itsuka and Ibari to go to the support group workshop. Kyoka, for what? Momo. Let's see if I can create a tracker to find Izuku. All I understand. In the world of Pokemon. Finally Izuku arrived at his destination, that is, the city of Santalin, and was amazed along with his partner. Izuku, this is Santalin City, wondered Froakie, Froakie, with stars in his eyes. Izuku, yes, me too, and it would be better to go to a center, don't you think? After capturing EV you will need energy, don't you think? Froakie, conscious, Froakie. Izuku, it's a good idea, friend. Let's explore while we look for the center. Let's go. Froakie. Izuku and Froakie were looking around the city to find out but accidentally bumped into someone. Ouch, because I always fall and then they make fun of me. Izuku, oh sorry, I didn't notice, extends his hand. Are you okay? Surprised, yes, accepts and stands up. Thanks, and the truth is I should also apologize. It's just that I was distracted, hehehe. Izuku, it doesn't matter, that hair looks familiar, but where, and also it's like my age. Something is wrong. Izuku, nothing good, I was just looking for the Pokemon Center, and also seeing the city, or not. Froakie, conscious. So you're a coach, right? And this is your first time here? Izuku, yes, and what are you doing here? Well, I just graduated from the academy, and they took my things to my house and I decided to spend time here. Izuku, I see, sees her uniform. Well, I have to go downtown. Wait, I'll go with you, yes? Izuku, well, okay, by the way, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Midoriya, are you related to Grace Midoriya? Izuku, hey, you know her? Yes, she is a long-time friend of my parents. Izuku, I see. Froakie. Izuku, by the way, what's your name? Oh well, I don't know how you'll feel, so don't get excited, nervous. Izuku, I promise. Sighs, here I go, I'm Fuyumi Todoroki, a pleasure. Izuku, at Todoroki, there is Todoroki in this world, surprised. Unknown location. Apparently he met one of those different doubles, World of My Hero Academia. May, let me see if I understand. You want me to create a device to track Izuku? Momo, that's right, and I need you to. May, it's impossible. All, hey, Tsuyu, what are you talking about? May, look. May showed everyone a recording of the day Izuku was sucked into the portal. Ibra, that's the day he left. May, that's right. I was investigating that and I detected something. Tokoyami. And what is it? May, what is energy? Dimensional. All, hey, Kyoka. You say that's a portal to another dimension. May sighs, yes, Kyoka. Kirishima. That means Aizawa is in another dimension. Koda. I just hope he's okay. Itsuka. I hope he's not suffering. In the world of Pokemon, we can see Izuku in the center along with the girl he met named Fuyumi Todoroki, and it seemed like she was talking about him, and also said something. Fuyumi, so you're from another dimension. Izuku, that's right. I'm from another dimension. Fuyumi, I was right to feel that you were surprised when I introduced myself, and by the way, what are the Todorokis like in your world? Izuku, you don't want to know. Fuyumi, I see, it's different from my family. Izuku, and what are yours like? Fuyumi, well, my family is humble with the coaches, and also my father was a famous coach, but he left when I was born with my brother. Izuku, I see, this is definitely different, and for some reason I want to see this Endervor. Joy, your Pokemon are ready. Izuku takes his Pokeballs. Thank you, Nurse Joy. Joy, good night, young lady, and wants to stay with her since it's late. Izuku, well, I don't know if she. Fuyumi, no problem. Joy, very well. Gives them some keys. Izuku, thanks, leaves with Fuyumi. Well, we already have a room. Fuyumi, I'm glad. Bye. Izuku, sees the poke watch. It's a call, answers. Izuku, hello mom. Grace. Hello Izuku, where are you? Izuku, I'm at a Pokemon Center in Santalin City. Grace, wait, you arrived in the city in just one day. Izuku, yes, Grace, wow, you sure have energy. Izuku, well, I also met someone and it seems that his family knows you. Grace, seriously, but it would be great to meet her, so introduce me. Izuku, very well, he moves and shows Fuyumi. There it is. Grace, wow, that's little Fuyumi. Fuyumi, hello Mrs. Midoriya, it's been a while. Grace, likewise, as you have grown, you are now a woman. Fuyumi, what are you saying? Grace, and from what I see you already know my adopted son, right? And you probably know the rest, right? Fuyumi, yes, and he told me everything. Grace, Well, Izuku, where are you now? Izuku, I'm at the Pokemon Center in Santalin City. Grace, you're really there and on the same day. I'm proud of you, son, but I have to hang up and good luck in your fight. Bye. Izuku, thanks and goodbye. Hangs up. Well, we have to go to the dorms, yes. Fuyumi, okay. Izuku and Fuyumi went to their room and Izuku went to the field to train with Froakie and his Pokemon while Fuyumi had a bath. A few minutes later he entered with Froakie recovered, but when he entered he saw Fuyumi in pajamas and drying her hair. Fuyumi, oh, Izuku finished your training. Izuku, well, yes, he changes in the bathroom and comes out with his pajamas. And from what I see you took a bath. Fuyumi, yes, he. Izuku, hey Fuyumi, what Pokemon do you have? Fuyumi, well, I don't have one, but I hope to have one and be a trainer. Izuku, well, I hope you do. Froakie. Fuyumi, thanks kid, and by the way Izuku, what did your mom mean about your fight tomorrow? Izuku, okay, sits on the bed. Froakie sits down. Izuku, you've heard about the age of greed. Fuyumi, yes, and also what happened with Grace's ex-daughter. Izuku, yes, but when I got here I was thinking about something and decided something. Fuyumi, so what did you decide? Curious. Izuku, I decided to travel all over Callos and participate in the Callos League. Fuyumi, sure, surprised. Izuku, yes, that's my goal, and I also want Callos to have respect, and if I participate, I'll be able to do so, and also have challenges and learn about Pokemon. That's my goal, whether I continue or not, my friend. Froakie, happy. Fuyumi, surprised, incredible. Izuku, well, tomorrow I'm going to the gym, and I'll have my first battle, so I have to rest. Fuyumi, hey Izuku, tomorrow I can watch your battle. Izuku, of course, we wouldn't mind, right friend? Froakie conscious. Fuyumi, well, rest. Izuku likewise. And so the two fell asleep, but Fumo had in his mind. Fuyumi, I'll help you be it, Izuku. In the world of My Hero Academia. May searching, where are you? Where are you? Sighs, it's useless, where can it be? From his desk he took out a photo of him and her showing off their suit when they were going to take the license exam, but she smiled. May, it was the last time I saw that smile of his. A tear falls. Wherever you are, hugs the photo. I hope you are okay. Izuku starts to cry. Unknown location. Wow, no doubt he loves him a lot, but I hope it's time to give it to them, but seeing them like this they will certainly try hard to see him again. Sighs. Well, let's see how it goes for Izuku. In the Pokemon world. Izuku, hey Froakie, how long do we have to wait for Fuyumi? Froakie's shoulders. Izuku, well, yes, since she said she would put on her trainer suit, so we have to wait for her. Fuyumi, Izuku, Froakie. The two saw Fuyumi along with her trainer outfit. Izuku, impressed and blushing. Fuyumi, sorry. And how do I look? Izuku, well, you don't look well. I mean, I see why you took so long. Fuyumi, thanks, and so do you. Froakie, Froakie, with a mischievous face. Unknown location. No sporn, how handsome. Back with Izuku. Izuku, well, let's go to the gym. Fuyumi, hi. The three of them went to the gym, and when they arrived they were fascinated, and Izuku was even more fascinated when he saw one. Izuku, this is a great Gemini's with stars. Fuyumi, it looks like you're excited, amused. Izuku, well, yes, since I'm in a gym, so we have to give it our all. Froakie. Fuyumi, we better go inside. Izuku, of course. They entered but were amazed to see that inside there were pictures of Pokemon. Izuku, wow, I heard the gym is also a photo gallery. Fuyumi, yes, and it's beautiful. Froakie, I'm glad someone likes my photos. Everyone saw a blonde-haired woman wearing a sleeveless white shirt, along with shorts and black boots. But I didn't expect some coaches to come in. By the way, my name is Viola. What are their names? Fuyumi, I'm Fuyumi Todoroki, and I'm not a trainer yet. Viola, I see. And what is your name, young man? Izuku, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and I've come to go to the gym. Viola, wait a minute, then you're from another world. Hey. Izuku, how do you know? Surprised. Viola, the news reported that a dimensional portal opened, and I think you are what came out. Izuku, I see. Viola, and also because you want to confront us. Izuku, because I want to face battles and also make Callos recognized as it was before greed took over everything. Viola, surprised, I see, and you know I like you, good boy, follow me. Both, hi. Everyone follows her, but Viola had in her mind. Viola, this guy is interesting and adorable, but I'll see what he's made of. Viola led them to a room where they saw a battlefield. Viola, well, here we will have our battle, so are you ready? Izuku, sure. Viola, very good. Fuyumi, wow. Izuku is very excited in his first battle. Wait, does that mean Izuku has never fought? But how will he win? I hope it goes well for him. Referee, okay, this battle will be a gym battle between gym leader Viola and the challenger Izuku Midoriya. So trainers, let's begin. Izuku/Viola. Let the battle begin. Viola, okay, I'll start. Come out now, Surskit. He threw his Pokeball and out came a small bug with 4 thin legs and it was blue. Surskit. Fuyumi, wow, that's cute. Izuku, I wonder what that Pokemon is. Takes out the Pokédex. Name, Surskit. Classification, Shoemaker. SX, male. Surskit secretes an oil from the tips of its feet that allows it to walk on water as if skating. This Pokemon feeds on microorganisms in ponds and lakes. Izuku, what a Pokemon like that? Well, here I go. Takes out the Pokeball. Viola, and you're going to take out Froakie. Izuku, I will not use 2 of the Pokemon I caught yesterday, so the first one will be Eevee. I choose you. Throws the Pokeball. Eevee. Fuyumi, what a shiny, surprised. Vila, incredible, a good shiny. I expect more from you. Izuku, me too. Referee, this battle begins. Viola, very well. Surskit uses Bubble. Surskit shoots bubbles. Izuku, Eevee dodge it. Eevee dodges. Izuku, now use quick attack. Eevee did as he said and gave Surskit a few quick hits. Viola, not bad. My turn. Ice Ray. Izuku, Ice Beam? Surprised, they saw that Surskit launched a ray that froze the field and made Eevee afraid of slipping. Izuku, this is going to get out of control. But he left it when he saw that Surskit started to splash with his paws and started hitting Eevee. But an attempt. Izuku, Eevee jumps. Eevee jumped, dodging the attack. Viola, she can't escape that. Izuku, that's the idea. Viola, hey. Izuku, Eevee uses quickness towards the field. They saw that Eevee threw some stars towards the field that would generate a curtain of dust, but they saw that the pieces of ice formed like ice stakes and Eevee landed on a stake. Fuyumi, wow, he used Eevee's speed by forming ice spikes so Eevee could fight. Amazing. Viola, what is this boy thinking? Surskit attacks the Eevee. Izuku, very well, he fell into the trap. Eevee uses attraction. Fuyumi, wait, she's female. They saw that Eevee winked, and some hearts came out that surrounded Surskit, and then he fell in love. Viola, it can't be. Izuku, very well, attack him with a quick attack to send him up. Eevee conscious. Eevee moved so fast that after attacking him, he sent him flying. Izuku, and to finish I used speed. Eevee used what Izuku said and threw many stars that later the Surskit fell to the ground but unconscious. Referee, Surskit can't continue. The winner is Eevee. Izuku, well done Eevee. Eevee climbs onto Izuku's shoulder. Izuku, well done, pets him. Fuyumi, it's incredible that he won with such a great strategy. I'm surprised how he did it. Viola, rests Surskit, returns his Pokemon to his Pokeball. Good job. Goes to Izuku. Well Izuku, I congratulate you, but this is not over yet. Izuku, that's what I thought. Viola, well here I show my special Pokemon. Get out now, Vivillon. A Pokemon that looks like a butterfly was shown, and it looked beautiful to the eyes of the people. Vivillon 8th. Fuyumi, how beautiful, with stars in her eyes. Izuku, wow, takes out the Pokédex. Name, Vivillon. Classification, Scaly. SX, female. The wings change pattern depending on the climate and natural characteristics of the terrain it inhabits. It scatters the most colorful scales. Izuku, incredible. Eevee rests, returns it to its Pokeball. Good job. Fuyumi, I won't use Eevee, but I don't think Froakie can fight that Vivillon. Viola, what Pokemon do you plan to use this time? Izuku, well, takes out a Pokeball. I'll take out a Pokemon that wanted to accompany us on my trip, right friend? Froakie conscious. Viola, very well shown. Izuku, alright, Noibat come out buddy, throws the Pokeball. Noibat gets out of the Pokeball. Both a Noibat. Viola, how do you find it? Izuku, I found him on Route 2. His wing was hurt and I treated him and then he wanted to come with us. Or not little one. Noibat, Noi happy. Viola, well Vivillon attacks. The battle began and both flew to start attacking, but Vivillon used Yield Shot that hit Noibat, and he was going to use Sonic Wave but shot Yield in the mouth. Izuku, there is no Noibat. Fuyumi, I couldn't be. Froa. Fuyumi, what's going on? Froakie, pointing at Noibat. Fuyumi didn't understand, but she saw that where the mouth was a purple glow appeared. Fuyumi, that's it, surprised. Viola, well, what are you doing, boy? Izuku, hee. Well, time to use the special move. He didn't understand, but he saw that Noibat had a purple glow coming out of his mouth, but then he had an explosion, and then he broke free, and then he used a sonic wave along with a burst of anger sending her to the ground. Izuku, time for the final move. Noibat ready. Noibat, Noi. From Noibat's mouth came out a purple fire that shone a little brightly. Fuyumi, that's it. Viola, could it be? Izuku, now Dragon Pulse. Noibat launched a purple ray that then formed the shape of a dragon that when it hit Vivillon caused an explosion, and then Noibat can be shown but unconscious. Referee, Pavilion can't continue, which means Noibat is the winner, therefore Coach Izuku Midoriya is the winner. Izuku, we did it, we won. Noibat flies around Izuku, NOI happy. Fuyumi, Elo did it, he won, happy. Froakie happy. Viola, congratulations, kid, you put up a great fight. Izuku, you're welcome. Viola, and as a reward, takes out a medal. I give you the Insecto medal. Izuku, great, takes the badge. One step to enter the Callos League. We can see Izuku and Froakie and Fuyumi walking outside. Fuyumi, amazing that you won your first gym battle. Izuku, thanks, now all that's left is to get all the gyms and then enter the league. Froakie animated. Fuyumi, I hope you make it. Izuku, by the way, what are you doing now, Fuyumi? Fuyumi, well, I don't know. Izuku, you know, why don't you come with us? It will be fun to have company or not, Froakie. Fuyumi, surprised and smiling, okay, I'll do it since I was thinking of accompanying you before you asked me that. Izuku, okay, let's go to the next city. Fuyumi, yes, let's go. Froakie. And so the three of them began to move toward their next destination. In the world of My Hero Academia. Tartar, so he's not here. Man, that's right, AFO. It turns out that the UA betrayed him and he went to another dimension. But that wasn't in the plan. But that solves our problems. OFA, so now that no one has the OFA, I will finally unleash chaos. In the Pokemon world, we can see in an advanced laboratory an orange-haired man who was watching a video of Izuku's battle. So that boy is from another dimension and he faced a leader, huh? Member. Of course, sir. Apparently there are coaches going out and traveling to see that. Well, that wasn't in my plans for the machine to bring someone. But seeing that guy, he sounds interesting, huh? Continue with the plan. Go look for fossils. Member, yes sir, leaves. Very soon Callos will be all mine and will be under Flare smiles. Unknown location. I don't like this at all. I brought that boy to stop him, but apparently in his old world he is prepared and I don't know if they will be able to stop him. Sighs. May the power protect you, Izuku, and also your friends, since soon they will receive a gift from me and everything will be fine. I hope so. Luminos City and Fuyumi's first Pokemon. World of My Hero Academia. In a room we can see a little girl with white hair and a story, but she had a sad expression since she found out about Izuku's disappearance. She has not stopped being sad for him since she considered him a father, and she would have liked to be with him. Eri, where to be, Dad said sadly, but she heard something that was rolling and saw that it was a spherical object of red and white color, and it had a button in the center, and she took it. She had doubts, but Mirio. Eri, let's go. Eri, hi. Eri put away the sphere and left with Mirio. Unknown location. I hope you can calm her down because I wouldn't like to see that, and it would destroy my Heart of God and also the others. I hope you enjoy them and have a great presentation of your new friends. Pokemon World. We can see Izuku along with his Pokemon and Fuyumi walking on Route 4 and heading to their next destination. Izuku, well, if we follow this path we can reach Luminos City. Fuyumi, I wonder what the city will be like. Izuku, well, he says that city is the most beautiful. Froakie. Izuku, well, if they say it like that I think it's true. Fuyumi, well, yes, when it was in its popularity, that city was the most beautiful and good for having couples. Izuku, that sounds like Paris to me. Well, let's continue. Fuyumi, don't you think it would be better to camp? I mean, it's getting dark. Izuku, well, you're right, I need to rest. Do you think so, best friend? Looking at Froakie, conscious. Izuku, well, and my Pokemon also need to rest, so done. Fuyumi, why? Izuku, now that I remember, in my world I met Fuyumi Todoroki and she is an adult, and she is nervous, and this one, sees Fuyumi. This one is kind and gentle, I wonder what the Todoroki are like, this will be great. But how is Shoto here? He thought with doubt. Unknown location. Well, if you saw it would be a surprising encounter for you, boy, In the world of My Hero Academia, we can see Eri sitting on a bench at UA, but she was looking at the sphere and thinking, Eri, what could this be? Hello, Eri-chan. Eri turned around and saw those who did not betray her father. Eri, hey guys. Shoji, hello little one. Tsuyu, how are you, Eri? Eri, good, and they were able to do it. All. Momo. In fact, Eri, we went with May and she said that your father is in another dimension and she is doing everything possible to bring him back. Yes. Eri, I just want to be with him. Tokoemi, we know, little one. Kyoka, by the way, what is that sphere? Eri, he didn't show up in my room and that's it. Itsuka, you're not the only one, guys. They took out a sphere and it was the same sphere that Eri has. Eri, you have it too, surprised. Ibara, yeah, they're not what they are, since they suddenly appeared in our rooms. Koda, and they also have a button in the center. Kirishima, I wonder if there's anything inside. Curious. Shoji. I don't know, but we don't know what this can do. Tsuyu. So Eri didn't push it. Eri presses him. What did you say? He could not finish because they saw that the sphere opened and a white glow came out. Everyone was alert, but they saw with surprise that a small blue animal with wings that looked like cotton came out. SWA. Everyone surprised. Pokemon World. We can see Izuku along with Fuyumi getting ready to continue their journey. Izuku, it wasn't so bad sleeping in the forest. Fuyumi, I never did it and I like doing it. Izuku, it shows, right, friend? Froakie. Fuyumi, and besides, it's obvious that you two are always together. Izuku, well, it's true because when I came to this world Froakie was just an egg, and when I agreed to keep the egg it began to shine and Froakie came out, and since that day we have been friends and my first Pokemon, or not friend. Froakie happy. Fuyumi, they are definitely made for each other, Izuku, well yes, let's go. Fuyumi, hi. And so they continued on their way. In the world of My Hero Academia, everyone was surprised to see the little blue bird. They didn't know what it was, but it started to fly until it landed at Eri's legs. SWA. Eri, I'm Eri, and what's your name? Swablu, raising wings. Eri, hello Swablu. Kirishima, wow Eri, some kind of animal came out. Itsuka, but it's very cute. Tokoemi, if one of these spheres came out an animal, which one did we get? Kyoka, we don't know what it could be, but we have to be alert, but who will open it first? Everyone was nervous because they didn't know what their turn was and they were afraid to do it, but Kirishima, I will, presses the button. When he did this, he came out like a somewhat large beetle, but he was on 2 legs, he had arms, and the curious thing is that he has the pincer on his head. Yes. Girls Eri / Ibara. Kaiowia, a giant bug. Kirishima, hello, who are you? Pincer. Kirishima, a pleasure Pincer, and I hope we get along well. Pincer. Tokoemi, well, it seems they only speak with their names. Shoji, makes sense, well I think I'll follow, presses the button. From the Shoji came out a small creature, but where it looked like a mane, but it had a mouth that made some people nervous when they saw that jaw. Ma sees Shoji. Shoji, hello, my name is Shoji, who are you? Mawile. Shoji, a pleasure Mawile. Ibara, well since they already did it I think it's my turn. Itsuka, be careful Ibara, worried. Ibara, thank you, presses the button. Ibara came out like a small green frog and they saw something like a plant cocoon on its back. Bulba. Itsuka, wow, there's a plant and it's green, you definitely like it. He couldn't finish because Ibara was hugging Bulbasaur affectionately. Momo, well I take it well. Itsuka, yeah well, it's my turn. Itsuka came out with a small being who was in a lotus position. Meditate. Itsuka, hello Meditate, a pleasure. Koda, well it's my turn. Koda saw a being that looked his size and was white and pink and had an adorable face. Adino. Tsuyu, wow, they'll definitely get along better those two. Well I'll continue Jero. Tsuyu hatched a small blue turtle. Squirtle. Girls, Kawaii. And so each one showed their Pokemon. Kyoka. Tokoemi. Momo, well it's my turn. Momo was like a little rabbit that I caught, and with a beige wool, and she looked tender. Bernieri. Everyone was enjoying their new friends, but one was thoughtful. Eri, Dad, I hope you have one too. Unknown location. Someday you'll see him and with his team girl, someday. Finally Izuku and Fuyumi arrived at Luminos City, and were fascinated to see the city, and even more Izuku to see it for the first time while exploring the city. Izuku, wow, it's like everyone says. Fuyumi, I had already forgotten how beautiful it is. Froakie. Izuku, well, sees the Poquact. It says here that the city has a gym, and it is the Prisma Tower which is in the center of the city. Fuyumi, that's right, let's go. Izuku, of course. The 3 went to the city square and saw that in the distance was the Prisma Tower. Izuku, wow, that's great, although it looks more or less like the Eiffel Tower. Froakie. Fuyumi, yes, and they never believed that a gymnastics class would be in a tower. Izuku, okay, let's go. Fuyumi, hi. They were about to go where the tower is, but Jenny, sorry, you can't come in. Both. Izuku, sorry because Jenny, I'm sorry, but we're having trouble because the plaza light went out and we're trying to get it turned back on. Sighs. Fuyumi, seriously, Jenny, if first the era of greed, then they don't cross out, and now the energy is gone. Izuku, how bad? Jenny sees Izuku, hey, aren't you the guy who fought Viola? Izuku, yes, and in fact I also came to face the gym here, but it seems that it is not possible. Jenny, sorry kid, but why don't you go to the Sillage City gym? Fuyumi, that's right, we can go there. Izuku, and you know how to get there. Jenny, yes, you must go to Route 5 and continue until you reach the city. But go to Fuyumi, you don't have a Pokemon, right? Fuyumi, no, nervous. Jenny, why don't you go to Professor Circamore? Maybe you'll get one. Izuku, well thanks, let's go Fuyumi. Fuyumi High follows him. Jenny, now that I remember, she is the daughter of the famous Enji Todoroki, one of the best trainers, and he left when his daughters were born. This boy is special. I wonder how her twin is doing. Maybe they will face each other in the league, since there are trainers who leave for the league, and all thanks to that boy. Izuku, Froakie and Fuyumi arrived at the professor's laboratory. Izuku, well, here it is. Froakie amazed. Fuyumi, I'm nervous because I'll have my Pokemon. Izuku, don't worry, everything will be fine, I assure you. Fuyumi, thank you Izuku. Izuku, okay, let's go. When they entered, they saw a huge room that impressed everyone, but they heard a voice. Wow, I didn't expect to meet Coach Midoriya and Enji's daughter. They saw a man arrive in a lab coat. Izuku, you are the teacher. Circamore, that's right. I'm Professor Circamore, a pleasure. Both likewise. Circamore, and what is offered here? Izuku, the thing is, my friend doesn't have a Pokemon, and I wanted to know if you could give us one for her. Circamore, well, the problem is that everyone took their initials, since when watching the combat video they took them from today. Izuku, what a shame. Froakie sees something. Froa goes down to the ground. Fuyumi, Froakie. Froakie walked to a corner of the place and stopped. Froakie. They saw that in the place where they were, a small Pokemon came out with a horn on its head and had blue hair as if it were a plant. Ralts. Fuyumi, a Ralts, surprised. Izuku, wow, takes out the Pokédex. Name, Ralts. P. Classification sensitive. SX female. It senses people's emotions through the horns on the top and back of its head. This Pokemon rarely appears in public, but when it does, it approaches if it sees a person's mood is good. Izuku, wow, even though it's a different color. Fuyumi, so it's a shiny. Circamore, yes, I've been alone lately and never lived with anyone. Izuku, wow, that's horrible. Fuyumi, well, I think she's happy. The two saw that Ralts was living with Froakie and seemed happy. Izuku, apparently they get along well. Circamore, apparently so. By the way, where did you get that Froakie? Izuku, well, in my adoptive mother's house, that is, Grace. I had an egg and that egg was Froakie. Circamore, I see. Fuyumi, Professor, I've already made a decision. Circamore, and then what is it? Fuyumi, I'll take Ralts since I think he's great and I know he'll be strong. Circamore, I see then, gives him a Pokeball, use this. Fuyumi, Hi takes it. Fuyumi was approaching where Ralts was and she saw her. Fuyumi, hey, Ralts wants to be my Pokemon and you also want to go with us, smiles. Ralts, go to Froakie. Froakie conscious. Ralts goes to where Fuyumi is. Ralts presses the button and enters the Pokeball. Pong. Izuku, congratulations Fuyumi, you already have your first Pokemon. Happy. Fuyumi, yes, takes Ralts out and hugs him. Welcome. Ralts happy. Some time later, Izuku and Fuyumi were outside the laboratory. Circamore, well guys, good luck to you on your journey and good luck in your battles. Izuku, thank you Professor, well see you. Circamore, see you later. And so Izuku with Fuyumi continued their journey while Fuyumi had her partner Ralts in her arms, who was happy but saw that she was looking at Froakie and realized that she was also looking at Izuku, and she smiles. Fuyumi, I see she's interested in Froakie, although I'm also interested in Izuku, as they say, like father like son, smiles. Izuku, I feel like I'll have unexpected encounters along the way. Elsewhere, in a Pokemon Center, we can see a boy with ash hair watching Izuku's fight against Viola until he calls him. Joy, here you go, young man. Thank you, takes the Pokeball. Joy, where are you going? Towards the Santalin Gym and maybe see it. Joy, you're talking about the young man who challenged Viola. I want to meet that boy. Joy, well, it seems you also want to challenge him. Yes, I will first do what he does to be a great coach. Joy, wow, it's obvious you admire him. Of course, he made us all start our trip, so takes his backpack. I'm leaving. Joy, young luck. And so the young Ash left the center and was thoughtful. Finally, we will see each other, and I will see if you admire Izuku Midoriya. Elsewhere, a boy with red and white hair could be seen watching a video of Izuku against Viola, but he would notice a scene that involves Fuyumi. So she accompanies him. I imagine how mom and dad will feel when they see him. Sees the horizon. But it won't hurt to go back home and participate in the league. Sees Izuku. I'll see what you're made of, Izuku Midoriya. Smiles sideways. Friend and disciple or admirer? Yue. There we see Momo with her Pokemon Bunary, but her Pokemon saw a photo. Bunary, boo, curious. Momo, what's up, bun? Bunary. Momo saw that she pointed at a photo, and saw that it was a photo of her with a green-haired boy, and she had a sad face, and her friend noticed it and hugged her. Momo, Izuku, wherever you are, come back and I hope you are okay. On Route 5 we can see Izuku and Fuyumi along with their first Pokemon Ralts, as they walked towards their new destination, which is Sillage City. Izuku, okay, it says here that the closest town is Vanitas Town. Fuyumi, I wonder what we'll find. Ralts. Izuku, you're right, Ralts. Maybe we won't find a trainer, and I want to test Froakie's strength. Froakie. Fuyumi, maybe you should also try Ralts. What are you saying, little one? Ralts, animated. Izuku, it looks like he wants to fight. Froakie ascendant. Izuku, well, let's go to Vanitas Town. Fuyumi, hi. In the world of My Hero Academia, we can see Kirishima and Shoji fighting, but Kirishima, very good Pinsir, attack your Mawile. Pinsir rushes. Shoji, dodge it. Shoji's Mawile leaped far away. Shoji, Mawile bites. Shoji's Mawile bit Pinsir's arm and he tried to pull her out, but it was useless. But they were silenced by a flash of fire, and they saw that it was Kyoka with her Haunaur. Kirishima, because you did it, Kyoka. Well, for me I wanted to try Hounder's flames, and also I want to beat that turtle Tsuyu. Shoji, you're talking about Squidle. Kirishima, why so much hatred with him? Kyoka, why did he beat my poor Haunaur so easily? Both Pinsir. Kirishima, what a Pinsir. Pinsir. Kirishima, I see, I understand. Shoji, what did he tell you? Kirishima, that's because Haunaur is a fire type, and since Squidle is water type, I say that's how I beat him. Kyoka, so you have weaknesses. Pokemon nods. Kirishima, wow, these are interesting. If Izuku were here, he would be excited. In the Pokemon world, Izuku and Fuyumi arrived at the Vanitas village, where it was very beautiful, and there was more like a palace. Izuku, wow, this place is beautiful. Fuyumi, well, it is. Izuku, let's go to rest. We left from Luminos City. Let's go to a Pokemon Center. Fuyumi, you're right, Izuku, let's go. They both went to the Pokemon Center and left them with Nurse Joy, and we can see them both sitting. Izuku, let's see. I understand that the Sillage City gym leader is a rock type, and maybe I'll use Froakie. But who else would I use? Fuyumi, I understand that you only have Noibat and Eevee, but I don't know if they can beat him. I mean, Noibat is vulnerable to rock type attacks, and Eevee, well, if one of those Pokemon knows fighting type moves. Izuku, yes, I know, but I don't know what to do. I even thought about evolving Eevee, but you can't do it with the ROA and I don't have one, he said depressed. Fuyumi, well, we'll think about it later. Izuku, you're right. Joy, your Pokemon are ready. Both, thank you, they take their Pokemon. Joy, where do you see? Izuku, to Sillage City. Joy, I see you're going to challenge the leader, right? Izuku, yes, but I don't know how I'll defeat him since I only have Froakie. Froakie thoughtful. Hey you. They both saw a boy with pale skin arrive, accompanied by a girl. Izuku, wait, that hair looks familiar to me, right? A pleasure to meet Coach Izuku Midoriya. Let me introduce myself. I am Katsuki Bakugo from the Sino region. Izuku, there's also a Bakugo, surprised. Izuku was surprised to see another from that world, and moreover that he is the double of Katsuki Bakugo. Izuku, your name is Katsuki Bakugo, no? Katsuki, that's right, and I'm from Sino City. Izuku, and who is she? Hello, my name is Kami Utsumishi and I am Kachan's girlfriend. Izuku, now I remember, but it was Toga disguised as her. Fuyumi, and why did you come here? Katsuki, well, before in the Sino region I was going to go on a trip, and when I arrived I heard that a trainer faced the gym leader, and the reason is you, pointing at Izuku. Izuku, me, pointing. Katsuki, I want a battle with you. Fuyumi, come on Izuku, and also remember what Ralt said, that if we meet another trainer we could fight. Izuku, you're right, sees Katsuki, I accept. Katsuki, very well, and how many do you have? Izuku, let's see, I have a Froakie, an Eevee, and a Noibat. Katsuki, you have 3, that's. Both, they see it. Kami, she will, squinting. Katsuki, that is admirable, with stars in his eyes. Both, Froakie and Ralts, confused. Katsuki, that's admirable of the boy who challenged Viola, that's phenomenal of you, and I gladly want a battle with you. And it didn't end because he received a blow to the head, and they saw that Kami did it. Kami, Katsuki Bakugo, I told you to control your Pokemon fanaticism in public. Katsuki, sorry, cries comically. Izuku, Fuyumi, Froakie, Ralts, with a drop. Fuyumi, that's weird. Ralts, aware. Izuku, it's like looking in the mirror, but except that here the fan is a double of Katsuki. Kami, now that I see them, you, points to Fuyumi. Fuyumi, yes. Kami, you are not Fuyumi Todoroki, the daughter of Genji, one of the strongest trainers before. Fuyumi, yes I am. Kami, I'll tell you something. I want to have a fight with you because I want to see what you can do with a shiny, although it looks cute. Fuyumi, am I? Izuku, hey, it would also serve to test Ralts, don't you think? Ralts, conscious. Katsuki, and they accept well. The two looked at each other and saw their Pokemon, and then they saw the two. Both we accept. Kami, then let's go to the field. All hi. Izuku, this is going to be fantastic in my first battle against trainers. Excited. Unknown location. It will certainly be an interesting battle. Huh? World of My Hero Academia. We can see Itsuka and Ibra along with their Medite and Bulbasaur. They seem to be eating outdoors. Itsuka, you don't think Meni is so calm. Meditate, meditate. Ibra, and whether you say it or not, Aizu. Itsuka Aizu? Ibra. Well, I named my Bulbasaur since it seems strange to me to call him that, and also the green reminds me of him, and also I would name him a future son if the Lord lets me. Itsuka, that's true, you're right. Although Momo has a rabbit and if it were green we would name it, right? Ibra, that's true. They started to laugh at that comment but stopped. Itsuka, and how strong is your Aizu? Ibra, well, I don't know how to tell you, but Aizu Bulba. They both saw that Bulbasaur was fighting against Medi and they wanted to stop but were stopped by the appearance of Ghastly. Tokoemi, fighting again. Itsuka, thanks Tokoya. He couldn't finish because they saw that Ghastly started to steal and calling the attention of those who have Pokemon. Momo, what's going on? Tokoemi, I don't know. Ghastly started to shine. Tsuyu, look, something's happening. Koda, it's changing. They saw that what Koda said was true since they saw that he was changing shape, and then it is shown that Ghastly with a different appearance. Tier. Kirishima, what a change. Tokoemi, Ghastly is you. Haunter. Tokoemi, now he's a haunter. I don't understand. Aizu Bulba Bulba. Ibara. Aiza says that what happens is that it evolved to its next form called Haunter. All evolve, surprised. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Itsuka. What happens if a Pokemon levels up is that it suffers a status change that causes its power and stats to increase. And some have an evolutionary form and some don't. Kyoka. It means that, Hugs Houndour, you can evolve. Houndour, Houndour. Momo. But I ask myself something and it is, all, if they have an evolution, what would it be? Unknown location. Well, no one knows. Well, let's see how Izuku and the first of his harem are doing. In the Pokemon world, we can see Izuku and Fuyumi in the Pokemon Center field and Katsuki and Kami on the other side. Kami. Well, as you know, it will be a double battle, but I have a question for Fuyumi. How many Pokemon do you have? Fuyumi. Well, Kami. You only have one. Fuyumi, conscious. Kami. Well, the truth is, he takes out a Pokeball. I only have one. Katsuki. Well, I only have two. Izuku. I have an idea that it's a triple battle but two of ours and that they use their only Pokemon that you say. Katsuki. Oh, great idea coming from the best. Thumbs up. Izuku. A drop comes out. Now I understand how Katsuki felt in my world. Well, it doesn't matter, you start. Katsuki. Well, it's my turn, my friends, to come out. Katsuki threw two Pokeballs. One of them came out a Ralts, but it was a normal one, but the other was like a turtle, but it looked like a fringe of leaves on its head. Twig. Izuku. With his Pokédex, that Ralts is normal and he's male, but what Pokemon is the other one? Points at his Pokédex. Pokédex. Name Tudwig. P. Classification Leaf. SX male. It photosynthesizes to obtain oxygen. If it's thirsty, the leaves on its head wither. Izuku. Phew, what an interesting Pokemon, and I think it's one of the starters from that region, right? Fuyumi. Yes, Izuku is. Katsuki. The truth is that Tudwig is my second Pokemon. Izuku. So that Ralts is your first Pokemon. Surprised. Katsuki. Yes. Kami. Well, my turn. I want you to meet my first friend. They saw that I took out like a little ghost. Shuppet. Fuyumi. It looks cute, not scary. Izuku. Let's see. Pokédex. Name. Shuppet. P. Classification. Puppet. SX female. They say it feeds on feelings of jealousy and envy with its horn. It's most active at midnight. Izuku. Wow, that's an interesting Pokemon. Well, I think it's our turn. Ready, Froakie, come out. Froakie. Izuku. And Eevee comes out too, throws the Pokeball. Eevee leaves the Pokeball. Eve. Kami. Wow, a shiny. You guys are definitely lucky to find one. Izuku. Very well, let's fight. The fight began. Froakie went with Katsuki's Ralts. Eevee against Tutwig and Fuyumi's Ralts went against Shuppet, and it seemed a bit even, but something happened. Katsuki. Very well. Turtwig catches Eevee. They saw that some vines caught Eevee, but they saw that the vines consumed Eevee's power, and then they saw that Shuppet was controlling Katsuki's Ralts, but when Froakie went to help them, Katsuki, Ralts uses Psychic. He made Froakie not move. Katsuki. Okay, Turtwig now. They saw Turtwig's mouth glow, and he threw a green sphere that hit Froakie. Izuku, Froakie worried. Froakie just gets up. Eevee was forcing itself to come out, but something happened, and it started to glow. Katsuki. What? Kami. It can't be. Izuku, what's up? Fuyumi, Could this be it? Katsuki Kami Fuyumi evolving. Izuku, you say Eevee is evolving. Fuyumi, yes, but we don't know what. They saw that the vines broke and Eevee landed, and they saw that it changed shape, and until its change was shown that they had leaves on their ears and tail. Fian. Izuku wow, takes out the Pokédex. Pokédex. Name Leafeon. P. Classification. Greenery. SX female. Just like a plant, it photosynthesizes. As a result, it is always surrounded by fresh air. Izuku fabulous. Leafeon helps others. They saw that Leafeon released the Ralts from Fuyumi, and then used recovery for them. Fuyumi, incredible. Izuku, well, let's get this over with. Fuyumi, very well. Ralts use Shadow Ball. Izuku, Leafeon uses Energy Ball and Froakie uses Water Pulse. The Pokemon were charging their attacks and in the end they threw them, filling them up, and the Pokemon were seen out of combat. Izuku, we won and more our first trainer battle. Fuyumi, yes. Both, yes, excited. Time skip. We can see the boys. Katsuki, I liked the fight. Kami, it's true. Fuyumi, I have to admit I liked fighting and especially my first one. Ralts, Fuyumi Ralts. Izuku, yes, and I liked it. Kami, well, where are you going? Fuyumi, let's go to Sillage City and Izuku will have his second badge. Izuku, and where will you go? Katsuki, to the place where you got your first badge. Izuku, like that, but why? Curious. Katsuki, well, very easy. I'll go where you're going and there I'll have my battles. So, raises thumb, I'll follow in your steps. Izuku, oh sure, with a drop. Katsuki, okay, see you. Kami, have a good trip. Both, goodbye. They saw that they left, and Fuyumi let out a sigh. Fuyumi, wow, I didn't think this would happen. Izuku, well, me either, but the good side is that Eevee evolved into Leafeon, and we have something to face with the gym leader. Fuyumi, that's true. Izuku, yeah, well, let's eat something and look for a room. Fuyumi, of course. The two were going to eat, but wait. They both saw a purple-haired girl arrive, but she was agitated. You are Izuku Midoriya, new partner and love rival. Wait, Izuku, what's up? You are Izuku Midoriya. We can see Izuku and Fuyumi confused when they see the mysterious girl who came out of nowhere, and even more when they know that she came for Izuku. Izuku, yes, and who are you? Wait a minute, I know who you are. Fuyumi, Izuku, you know her. Izuku, well, I saw something like that one day after I came to this world. Fuyumi, I see. A little jealous. Unknown location. Well, the second one from the harem of that world arrived. Now that I think about it, in her previous world, who was the first, or rather the leader, I think thoughtful, in the world of Pokemon. Izuku, so who are you? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Toru Hagakure. Izuku, well, first I meet one of the doubles of the Todoroki family. Then a double of Katsuki and Kami, although I don't know what she looks like. The relationship, well, it doesn't matter. And now a double of Hagakure, but visible, well, a pleasure. And as you know, I am Izuku Midoriya and this is Fuyumi Todoroki. Fuyumi, a pleasure. Toru, it's a pleasure, and you also came for a reason. Izuku, and what is it? Toru, well, I, grum. Both of them had a poker face as they heard Toru's stomach growling, and she had a look of embarrassment. Toru, sorry, I didn't have a good breakfast since I just left Luminos, hee, embarrassed. Izuku, well, we were about to eat, so come with us. Toru, okay. The three started walking, but Izuku feels something. Izuku, because I feel like danger is behind me. What he doesn't realize is that behind him Fuyumi and Toru were staring at each other, but they were shooting rays from their eyes that made them collide. Joy, poor boy. Fuyumi, I won't let him take it away from me. Toru, I have the right to be with him, and I won't let her take it away from me. Both, I will be that he is with me. Unknown location. Wow, you definitely shouldn't make a woman angry, and I wish you luck, Izuku, with your harem. In the world of My Hero Academia, Mei sighs, wow, how tired I am. We see Mei, who is building something important. Mei, I'm almost there, and when I finish we'll know where you are and go for you. But he heard something rolling and saw a red and white sphere and he took it. Mei, what is this? It's not one of my babies. Seize the button. I wonder what happens if I press it. When he did it, it opened and a light came out, and from it came out something like a small green lion or wolf, and it had a drawing of a lightning bolt on its mane. Electric. Mei, hey, but who are you? Electric. Mei, well, hello, I'm Mei Hatsum, but I don't like your name. Wouldn't you like another one? Electric thinks and realizes, trick. Mei, okay, I'll call you. An image of Izuku comes to her, Deku. When he said it, he loved it, and Mei was happy. Mei, please, when you come back I want to be with you. Izuku smiles, shedding tears. Pokemon World. At the Vanitas Town Pokemon Center, Izuku and Fuyumi were eating with Toru and his Pokemon, but they decided to talk. Izuku, then why were you following me since I left? Fuyumi, hey, I was following you, surprised. Izuku, Well, before I felt that someone was following me since I started my journey. Toru. Well, I saw you for the first time in Sketchtown since my family was trading, and well, I saw you and I heard that you are from another dimension. Izuku, yes, and the town welcomed me with open arms when I arrived. Hehehe. Froakie. Izuku, by the way, I never saw your Pokemon. Toru. Well, this is my Pokemon. Takes out his Pokeball. But I don't know if she sees Fuyumi, but a little jealous. Fuyumi. Well, I would like to know what your Pokemon is too. I think it's not a big deal since I have a Ralts. Izuku. Well, show us. Toru. Well, I want you to meet her. Throws the Pokeball. From the Pokeball came out something like an animal with white fur and a horn sticking out of its head. Izuku, wow, surprised. Fuyumi comically spits out the drink. Toru, they like it. Izuku, but what could it be? Takes out the Pokédex. Name Absol. P. Classification. Catastrophe. SX female. Absol has the ability to predict natural disasters. This Pokemon lives in mountainous, hostile, and rugged habitats, rarely leaving them. Izuku, wow, that's an interesting Pokemon. Absol, thank you, young man. Both, Fuyumi, is that Absol? Absol, that's right, I can talk. Both, surprised. Toru. I know at first I got excited, but the strange thing is when I caught him he couldn't speak. Froakie, confused. Absol, that my adorable frog is that there is a connection between the special Pokemon and its trainer that allows us to speak only the special ones. Both surprised. Izuku, that means Froakie will talk when he evolves to his final stage. Absol, that's right, Izuku. Izuku, that will be amazing or not, friend. Froakie, Absol, I wonder how handsome you might be. Licks Froakie's cheek. Froakie blushing. Ralts jealous. Fuyumi, incredible, now her Pokemon wants to take Froakie away from her. Don't worry, Ralts. They'll soon have their fight. Izuku, well, what will you do now, Toru? Toru Ambuno. Absol, well, we went on a trip since she heard your goal and wants to accompany you since she wants to meet new friends and have Pokemon that are by her side since she wants to help you so that Callos is the most recognized. After that, Izuku was thinking and watching Froakie, and this nodded and gave a bad feeling to Fuyumi. Izuku, well, Toru decided. Toru, in what? Izuku, they'll go with us. Fuyumi, shocked. Toru, thanks, Izuku, happy. In the Pokemon Center we can see two girls in a room, but let's say they don't look happy after hearing that Toru is with them. Fuyumi, very well, what are your intentions, jealous? Toru, I should ask you that. Unknown location. This is going to get out of hand. In the Pokemon world. Fuyumi, well, I met him in Santalin City and I saw his first gymnastics battle, and he suggested that I accompany him, so I'm with him. Toru, well, I just want to be with him and feel a great adventure by his side, and I saw that he is the right one. Fuyumi, me too. There was an awkward silence until Toru, but you know what happened in his world, right? Fuyumi, yes, and that is something I think will keep him company since they were against him there, but he told me that he had someone he wanted. Toru, she said like a little girl that she's like her daughter, right? Fuyumi, yes, and it seems something happened. Toru, and what is it? Fuyumi, good. Flashback. And Fuyumi, one day when we were camping I was going to tell him about dinner, but I saw him holding a photo and it was of a girl. I was terrified that he was a pedophile, but I saw that he was crying. Izuku, I'm sorry Eri for not bringing you. Sob, I'm sorry, but I know you're in good hands with Mirio. Froakie calms him down. Izuku, thanks friend. Well, let's go with Fuyumi and the others. And Fuyumi. And I realized that she was an important person to him. End of flashback. Toru, sniff. I hope Arceus takes care of that girl, and it seems that he loves her. Fuyumi, yes, and that's why I want to be with him since he is unique. Toru, me too, and I'll help you, Fuyumi. Fuyumi, thank you, Toru. After that they both shook hands. Unknown location. Wow, it seems that they want to help him, and even more so that she is not with Eri. Sighs. But I am worried about what AFO and that man who brought him will do. Izuku and his friends better be prepared. Seriously. World of My Hero Academia. Tartar. AFO. And you got the information right, Toga. Well, what happens is that I saw something strange lately after Deku disappeared. AFO, let's see, show me. AFO saw on a tablet those who did not betray Izuku with their Pokemon. AFO, what are those? Toga, I don't know, but from what I saw they have an inhuman power, and one of those shape changes. AFO, interesting, investigate more, and if he comes back, let us know. Toga, High 8 stealthily retreats. AFO, I wonder if I can steal his powers and they will be useful to finish off All Might now without your disciple, without a doubt, hehehe. But wait, you're already retired, so I can dominate everything. Unknown location. That's what I fear, they will use them for their benefit. I hope they can defend themselves with them. Pokemon World. We can see Izuku on his way to Fuyumi and Toru's room. Izuku, I wonder if they'll get along. Froakie. Izuku, well, we're here. Knocks on the door. Fuyumi, go ahead. Izuku enters. Hello, Fuyumi. Fuyumi, hello, Izuku. I'm ready. Izuku, hey, and Toru. Fuyumi, she is trying out her trainer suit since she didn't use it since she wanted to use it for when you accept her. Izuku, I see. And you got along well. Fuyumi, well, we've already become friends and love rivals and members of your harem. Izuku, well, that makes me very happy. Toru, I'm done. They both saw Toru and Izuku blushed at her outfit as it looked adorable to him. Toru, well. Izuku, well, it looks good on you, Toru, hehehehe. Toru, I'm very glad, sees Fuyumi. Fuyumi gives thumbs up. Toru, by the way, here, gives him a box. Izuku, what is this? Grabs the box. Toru, well, I made you a suit since just by looking at that suit I know it's your adoptive father's, but I thought I'd give it a great style, hehe. Izuku, well, if you say so, since I once made a cut on my jacket, and it took me a while to sew it. Fuyumi, that explains why that sewing brand. Froakie, scratching himself nervously. Absol, and why don't you use it, Izuku, while we go ahead? Izuku, okay, I'll see you outside the center. Both, hi, outside the center. Toru, and well, we continue with the Fuyumi plan. Fuyumi, yes. Toru, although I don't mind that you are the first, but we will do it so that Izuku is okay. Fuyumi, if he doesn't deserve to be depressed all the time thinking about that girl, he just has to move on, and I'm sure she's in good hands. Toru, yes. Absol, good Ralts. Ralts sees her. Absol, we should also do it with Froakie since it seems that you are interested, so raises a paw. Deal. Ralts shakes Absol's paw. Froakie came out of the center door. Absol, Froakie, where is Izuku? He didn't answer anything, he just raised his arms towards the door. Froakie. Izuku came out of the door with his new suit that made the two girls blush when they saw Izuku's new suit. Izuku, and how do I look? Both, it looks good on you and Hexy. Izuku, he thanks, and Toru thanks, this is great. Toru, not at all. Izuku, well, let's go to our new destination. Both, hi. And so they advanced towards their new destination and together with their new partner, but they did not know that on his way Izuku would meet someone who would start a great rivalry between them two. Elsewhere, we can see a boy with two-tone hair and a girl next to him. Girl, you know where we're going. I know there's a daycare center here and I know it gets robbed. It would be better to help her. Girls, you're right. Maybe I'll find you Izuku Midoriya. The kindergarten in chaos and the battle and start of rivals. Yue. We can see a little black-haired boy with a cap walking through the forest. Koda. I can't believe you disappeared, Mr. Izuku, but I won't give up, with determination, but takes a sphere out of his pocket. What could this be? Sees a button. What could this button be for? When I pressed it, a small blue animal with a fin on its head and tail came out. Mudkip happy. Koda, surprised. Pokemon World with Izuku. We can see Izuku and Fuyumi along with the new member of the group Toru Hagura, who is a double of her partner, but unlike the one from her world, she was visible, and next to her was her Pokemon Absol that surprisingly she can talk, and on her back was Ralts while they were on Route 6. Izuku, well, is there like a Pokemon daycare here on this route? Fuyumi, true, you don't know. Well, that's a place where they take care of lost and abandoned Pokemon. Toru, it's true, and they even breed Pokemon so they can find some trainers. Absol, I was born there once, and when I grew up I was released before I met Toru. Izuku, wow, that sounds good. Boom. Toru, what was that? Froakie. Izuku, you're right, let's go. It's possibly an attack. Both, hi. Absol, me too. Everyone ran away and saw that the Pokemon nursery was being attacked by some men, and they saw that the leader wanted to kill the owner, but before, use Sonic Wave. Waves made the attackers cover their ears. Use Shadow Balls, Threshold Claw. But half of them received Shadow Balls and the others fell for Absol, and when the leader was left, Izuku, Water Pulse. Froakie was seen in front of him with the pulse of water, and when he hit the leader's stomach that sent him far away. Izuku, very well girls, you did well. Both. Thank you. Froakie. Ralts hugs him. Absol, my flattery. Little one, licks his cheek. Froa nervous. Then the officers arrived and took the ruffians away. Manager, thank you very much, young people. We didn't know what we would do if they took those Pokemon. Izuku, don't worry, at least we avoid it or not girls. Both, hi. Manager, if it's not too much trouble, would you like to come in and help me? All, of course. And so everyone helped the manager, and when they were about to leave, Manager, wait, some people who were helping me before you arrived will come. Izuku, so who? Curious. Knock knock. Manager, it's them. The manager went to the entrance, and leaving the children. Fuyumi, Who do you think those people are? Toru: I don't know, but I have a feeling they'll be good people. Izuku: I don't know why, but I feel like it will be another double. Manager: Come back, boys, these are the young people I told you about. A two-colored boy with a scar and a hazelnut chestnut appeared. Izuku: Wait a minute, that's not it. Hello, I'm Shoto Todoroki. It's a pleasure. Izuku: Another Shoto, surprised. Unknown location. This will be the meeting of a predestined rival. World of My Hero Academia. We can see Koda with his Pokemon playing. Koda: Hey Mud. Mudkip. Koda: There are more like you. Mud conscious. Koda: And you evolve or something. Mudkip. Koda: Wow, that's great. Mud. Koda: I will improve and be a great hero like you, Mr. Izuku. In the Pokemon world. At the daycare, Izuku and his friends are seen along with a person named Shoto. Izuku: Incredible, it's another Shoto doppelganger. But I don't know if this world is different, but I won't ask about the scar. Fuyumi: Brother, surprised. Shoto: Hey, Fuyumi, surprised. Fuyumi: I didn't know you came back to Callos, hugs him. Shoto: Corresponds, well, I should have told our parents. Toru: Wait, you're Fuyumi's brother. Absol: Now that I see them, they look alike because of the color of their hair. Shoto: She is your sister that you talk so much about. Fuyumi: Shoto: Who is she? Nice to meet you, my name is Sapphire. A pleasure. All likewise. Shoto sees Izuku: By the way, you are Izuku Midoriya, no? Izuku: Hey, you must have seen my fight, right? Shoto: Yeah, when I was on my way to Callos and I found a video of your fight against Viola that was amazing. Sapphire: That's true, that was amazing. Absol: Wow. It seems you are respectful, Izuku. Izuku: Don't say that, you make me blush. Shoto: What a Pokemon with a special connection. Manager: It's true, and I'm also very happy that you came back because I have some gifts for you. She gave them each a Pokemon egg. Manager: Well, Shoto and Sapphire for helping me with the disaster, and you for taking care of the thieves, I thank you. Izuku: Good for nothing, this reminds me of when I met Froakie. Shoto: You also got your Pokemon from an egg. Izuku: Hey, you too, Shoto. Shoto: Yes, and my first Pokemon. Izuku: Also his first Pokemon was obtained from an egg. Hey, by the way, you said you were arriving from Callos, but where were you? Fuyumi: Well, he went to Hoenn as a precaution. Toru: You mean the era of greed, right? Shoto: Luckily, a relative of mine lived there and let me stay, and well, Sapphire is my friend from there. Sapphire and also hugs him by the arm, and I'm his girlfriend. Everyone surprised. Encarta: Jijoho young love. Fuyumi: Mom and Dad will be excited that you have a girlfriend. Shoto: Izuku: This is new to see a Shoto who is not cold and serious, and only seeing this kind version, and also that he has a girlfriend. This will grab me. Shoto: By the way, Fuyumi, what are you doing? Fuyumi: Well, what happens is that I accompany Izuku on his trip to win the league. Shoto: Well, also for something, and also Toru. Hey Izuku, I want to ask you something. Izuku: What is it? Curious. Shoto: Let's have a battle. Everyone: Hey, surprised. Unknown location. The first battle of predestined rivals will begin. World of My Hero Academia. Tsuyu: Squirtle, where are you? Kyoka: What's wrong, Tsuyu? Hound. Tsuyu: I can't find Squirtle, you haven't seen him. Kyoka: No, Houndour, you can search for him with his trail. Both followed Houndour, and 5 minutes later they found him, and Tsuyu wanted to grab him, but they saw that Squirtle was shining. Kyoka: This can't be it. Tsuyu: He's doing the same thing as Tokoemi's Gasty. Kyoka: So this one. They saw that he changed in height and became a little big. But they saw that he had wings on his head and that his tail looked like a feather, I think. Tortle: Both I evolve. Pokemon World. Izuku: You want to have a fight with me? Shoto: As you know, since I saw your fight you didn't use your focus, so I thought I'd try it with my partner. Izuku: So you want to test me in a fight? Shoto: Hi. Izuku: Very well, I accept it. Fuyumi: Excuse me, do you have a M&M? Manager: In fact, I have a battlefield for Pokemon to train. Come join me. Outside the field you could see Izuku and Shoto on their sides, while in the distance were the girls and the Pokemon from the daycare. Absol: Hey Fuyumi, is it true that Froakie didn't fight Viola? Fuyumi: I don't just use Eevee and Noibat to test them. Ralts. Sapphire: So this will be the first time we see Froakie fight against a trainer. Fuyumi: He also said to use it for the Silage Gym, and now that his Eevee evolved into a Leafeon. Absol: Let's see what you're made of, frog. Izuku: Very well, take out your Pokemon. Shoto: Very well, takes out his Pokeball. It's time to meet my friend, throws the Pokeball. A piggish orange chick came out of the Pokeball. Torchic. Fuyumi/Toru: Kawaii. Izuku: Wow, it's cute to see, takes out the Pokédex. Name: Torchic. P. Classification, Chick, SX, male. Torchic never leaves its trainer's side. It always follows him with its uncertain steps. This Pokemon spits fireballs that can reach temperatures of 1000 degrees Celsius and char its opponent. Izuku, wow, but seriously a shiny. Without a doubt you also obtained it like Fuyumi from her alts. Shoto, yes I noticed, well are you prepared Izuku? Izuku, oh yeah. Toru, this will be exciting but first Sapphire what Pokemon do you have? Izuku, hey, looks at Toru, what are you saying Toru? Toru, don't you think it would be right for us to know about his Pokemon? Sapphire, I have no problem. Well, takes out a Pokeball, this is my Pokemon. From there came a tender little sheep. Reap. Izuku, wow, that's cute. Let's see, takes out the Pokédex. Name, Mareep. P. Classification, wool, SX, male. Mareep has soft, woolly fur that produces static electricity when rubbed against it. The more static electricity it receives, the brighter the bulb at the end of its tail glows. Izuku, interesting Pokemon but what we were doing, ready Froakie. Shoto, right, ready Torchic. Torchic, both, let the fight begin. Izuku the Pokemon Peeler. Shoto, very well Torchic uses Sting. Torchic approached Froakie with his beak pointed, but Froakie dodged him. Izuku, Froakie Bubble Lightning. Froakie shot some bubbles that had an effect on Torchic. Absol, I'd say Froakie has the advantage. And Kargata, yes, since Torchic is fire type and Froakie is water type, so they have an advantage. Sapphire, but Shoto has some tricks in bed too. Shoto, not bad. But now we have to be serious. Izuku, get ready Froakie. And so the battle continued and it seemed even but we can see both Pokemon breathing heavily. Froakie, Froa. Torchic, Tor. Absol, wow, this fight is already somewhat even. Ralts. Reap. Izuku, wow, I must admit you're strong. Shoto, I say the same but we don't give up. Izuku, I say the same thing. But they didn't realize that their postman's eyes changed color just like them. Both, time to finish. But then they were surprised to see Froakie. A torrent of water came out but changed shape but only red eyes were seen, just like Torchic. Only he came out green and green eyes were seen. Everyone surprised. Both Pokemon attacked and continued fighting. And then when they collided it caused an explosion that made everyone take cover. And then Froakie and Torchic were shown lying down and out of combat. Everyone, what was that? 2 hours later. Anakargata. Good luck on your journey young people and be careful. All hi, manager, have a good trip, enters. Shoto, well we have to go. Sapphire, don't worry, maybe we'll see each other again. Toru, of course. Fuyumi, see you Shoto, maybe I'll tell our parents that I saw you again and that you're here. Happy. Shoto, of course, and Izuku promises something. Izuku, what would it be? Shoto, look after my sister during the trip if she gets excited. Izuku, I can tell and there's something else. Shoto, yes, that you become stronger so that you and I can face each other. Izuku, surprised, of course. They both approached and shook hands in front of everyone and the Pokemon. It was like a scene of rivals and friends. Both, we will become stronger to be the best. And so they both went their separate ways but Izuku and Shoto had something in mind. Both, what was that? Unknown place. Their power is being made to believe that they are the next of the Mega Evolutions since their synchronicity is stronger. And they together with each other are the salvation of our world from evil. And above all from him. Elsewhere, member, sir, they have already found the fossils and writings. Well, keep doing what you're doing. Member, hi with permission, retires. One more step to have everything ensured soon this world will be in the image of Flare, and you Izuku Midoriya are the key to my success soon it will be ours and your world too But what he didn't realize was that it looked like a small cell and then it disappeared. This is serious. I must find that boy and soon. The cave and the Flare encounter. We can see some men digging in a cave but they stop. Here the excavators found the fossils. I repeat, I found them. And more stones, I repeat, I found them. Communicator. Understood, we are already on our way. When the man cut it he continued working but in the distance he saw something like a box and from it a symbol of an F on fire. With Izuku and his companions. It's been 2 days since the encounter with Shoto's double and the fight against Izuku. He and his friends continued on their way until they reached a town called Pettiglyph Town. Izuku. Well, here we are in Pettiglyph Town. Fuyumi. Wow, how beautiful. Ralts. Toru, yes it's true. Absol. It's like how Toru visited it before you. Froakie. Izuku. Well, after this town we go to Sillage City. Fuyumi. Yes, but it caught my attention here because there is a Pokemon fossil researcher. Izuku. Now that I think about it, I've seen people who have Pokemon but they are extinct and I heard they have a facility that can make those Pokemon alive again. Curious. Fuyumi, yes, we can see them, with puppy dog eyes. Izuku, it's okay. Nervous, damn. He looks adorable. But if Tora does it, I'll faint too. Fuyumi, thank you, looks at her friends. Toru, gives thumbs up. Pokemon, attentive. Fuyumi, let's go, runs away. Toru, wow, he got excited. Izuku, yes, sighs. Well, let's go or he'll leave us. Toru, of course. They both ran to catch up with Fuyumi but didn't realize that something was watching Izuku. He is the one to inherit it. In the world of My Hero Academia, in one part of the island we can see a blonde crying because she found out that Izuku left. She was very sad and disappointed in her uncle as well as her father. Melissa, Izuku, where are you? Sniff. Rum. In the closet was a small animal with gray fur and parts that looked like steel. Melissa, what are you saying? Steel. Steel. Ron, ring. Melissa, if you're right, I won't give up. Wipes away tears. Steel. Ron, excited. Melissa, hugs him. Thank you, God, if you are with him, please take care of him, please do it for me. Unknown location. And he's in good hands, young lady, but also I didn't expect him to be your old friend, but it was to be expected since the man who brought him will be planning something with your power like that. He will be prepared, and I hope he can handle it. Seriously. While seeing a giant Pokemon sphere with green and black details, but it had some cannons like wings on the back. I hope Izuku Midoriya finds it and reunites you with the Knights. Pokemon World. Toru, Fuyumi, you left us, annoyed. Fuyumi, sorry. While they were talking, Izuku and Froakie were looking at the building in amazement. Izuku, so this is a fossil institution, huh? Froakie, conscious. Izuku, okay girls, let's go. Both, hi. The three with their Pokemon entered and saw many fossils. Izuku, wow. It's like a museum of my world, but they are of extinct Pokemon. Amazed. Fuyumi, and you say it right, Izuku. Izuku, well, the truth is I'm amazed by this. I mean a lot of fossils, that's great. I'm very glad about that. The three saw that a teacher arrived. Hello, my name is Chisato and I am the person in charge of this institution. Izuku, nice to meet you. My name is Izuku Midoriya and this is Froakie. Froakie. Chisato, so you're the trainer who fought Viola and is from another world. Izuku, yes, and these are my classmates Fuyumi and Toru. Both a pleasure. Absol, it's a pleasure. Chisato, what a Pokemon with a special connection. Absol, thank you. Chiasto, well, I see that you want to know about this institution, right? Izuku, yes. Chisato, well, look, we have a problem. All, hey. Fuyumi, what's going on? Chisato, what happens is that the Brilliant Cave was visited by some strange people who won't let us pass. Toru, it can't be, they could be smugglers. Chisato, I don't know, but I can't leave the institution. Izuku, then let us go there. Both, Chisato, are you sure? Izuku, yes, and I won't let anyone take them. Chisato, I'll leave it to you. Izuku, tell us where the cave is. Chisato told them where it was and they all went to the caves. Fuyumi, what do you think could be in that cave? Toru, maybe a fossil of a special Pokemon. Absol, or any Pokemon that might be there. Izuku, or something worse. Ralts, curious. Izuku, maybe there are mega stones for them to use for terrible things and it could be something worse like the Age of Greed. Toru, and if they get it, it will be chaos. Fuyumi, we can't allow it. Izuku, okay, let's go. Both, hi. They went to where the cave was while Acel watched it. The only question is that they don't take him because he is destined to be a gentleman just like they are chosen as ladies. Elsewhere, in a forest we can see a giant deer but it was looking at the sky. So you have already found your heir and also my heir. The fate of the worlds are in your hands and also young Fuyumi Todoroki. Another part. We can see a giant red bird flying. I hope those three can save the world. We are sure that they will be good knights of our father. May the power be with you and more Utora Hagakure. / because you will be the protectors just like the other knights. In the world of My Hero Academia, Momo, okay, Bunny used double kick. We can see Momo training Bunny to become strong and her training consisted of breaking a block of cement with her kicks. She was breaking it until she broke it completely. Bunny boo boo. Momo, very well, Bunny rest. Bunny, Bunary, lies on the ground. Momo carries her, you earned it, walks. This reminds me. Flashback. We can see Momo tired and breathing heavily while Izuku was with her. Izuku, rest Momo. Momo throws herself, thank you. Izuku, no problem, besides you earned it. Momo, Izuku, are you taking me? Hehehe, I can't get up, nervous. Izuku sighs, okay, let's go. Izuku carried Momo on his back until they went to the dorms. Momo, Izuku, I wish I could confess my feelings to you. Izuku smiles. End of flashback. Momo, Izuku, where do you want you to be? I hope to see you and be by your side. I hope to be with you, darling. But he didn't realize that someone was watching him. Isaac, what is that thing Momo has? I'd better tell the director. Leaves. Unknown place. Oh no, imbecile. I won't allow it. His eyes shone and Isaac fell to the ground, unconscious. He won't remember what he saw and his Pokemon will be safe. Sighs. I understand why Izuku bothered him. I wonder how they are doing. Pokemon World. In a cave we can see Izuku and the others walking through the cave, but luckily they had some lanterns. Izuku, as Chisato told us, those men are in the background. Fuyumi. And also what they are looking for. Absol. Guys, I smell something. Toru, where is Absol? Absol. He's in front with some men too. Izuku, okay, let's go girls. Both, hi. Izuku, Absol guides. Absol, yes. They followed Absol but Izuku stops them. Fuyumi, what a dream. He couldn't finish because Izuku moved them and they were hidden. Toru, hey, what's up? Izuku, look. They both saw some men and women with orange suits, also hair and glasses, but what was most detailed was that they had an F on their belt as if it were a flame. Fuyumi, seriously, they are those. Toru, although they have a strange fashion style. Absol, you said it. Izuku. But we shouldn't judge them by how they look. From what I see, they are taking something out of the cave that is valuable to them. Toru. And what do we do? Fuyumi. It's best to send Officer Jenny so they know about this. Izuku. Alright, let's go. Everyone was moving away a little but member turns around. Stop yourselves. Everyone stops. Both, no way, scared. Izuku, we're in trouble. They didn't say anything when that member spoke to them. Member, who are you? Izuku. Well, we are some trainers who were passing by here, but we saw you and decided to leave you or not, girls. Both clear. Member. Well, if there's no problem, it's better to leave. All hi. Absol. Well, if we don't have to do anything then. Member. Wait, that Absol spoke of, do you have a special connection? Toru. If it's mine or not. Absol. Hehehe. Absol. Yes, it's true. Hehehe. Fuyumi. Well, we'll go by. Member. Stop, the green-haired guy. I have a question. Izuku. And what is it? Member. You are not the one who defeated Viola, right? Izuku. Yeah. Member. I'm sorry about this, but your members leave, you will come with us. Izuku. All I can say is this. Takes out some Pokeballs, attack, takes out his Pokemon. He and his Pokemon as well as Absol and Ralts knocked down the members and left, but some were chasing them from behind and the girls stopped. Izuku. Girls who do. Toru. We'll take care of them. You continue. Izuku. Fuyumi. We'll be fine. Izuku. Go. Izuku. Okay, be careful and your Pokemon. All hi/Ralts. Izuku, okay, let's go. Noibat/Leafeon, Noi/Leaf. Froakie Froa. Absol, we'll be fine. Ralts. Izuku, let's go. Izuku left with his Pokemon and leaving the girls and their Pokemon. Toru, Fuyumi list. Fuyumi, yes. Both, we are ready. Member, you will fall to Team Flare. Toru, so Flare, let's see what you do, but what? Fuyumi, don't make things up. They are surprised to see that some of their limbs have parts of Pokemon growing out of them. Both, but how? With Izuku. Izuku. I hope they are okay. Froakie. Noibat. Noi. Izuku. Thanks guys. Leafeon Leaf. They see that a large chamber with many crystals and fossils has arrived and they are amazed. Izuku. Wow, this is beautiful. Noibat. Noi stands on a rock. Froakie Froa. Froa. Izuku went to where Froakie was and saw that he was touching something, and when he grabbed it he saw a strange stone, but it looked like a marble. Izuku, what could this be? Leafeon Leaf. Leafeon handed him a black polygon, but some parts were green. Izuku, I don't know why, but I feel like I know him. Noibat. Noi. Izuku, stands up, show yourself. When he said it, they heard footsteps, and when they arrived they saw two women, one green-haired and one blue-haired. But they had the same color of the suit, but their glasses were the same color as their hair. Green-haired, wow, what an active boy. Blue-haired, and more the boy who challenged Viola. Izuku, who are you, seriously? Green-haired, my name is Begonia. Blue-haired, and I'm Melia. Both, and we are special generals of Team Flare. Izuku, Flare, and what are you doing? Annoyed. Begonia, we were ordered to get some fossils, a strange object, and you have it, kid, pointing at the polygon. Izuku, I won't leave you guys. Pokemon in pose. Melia, I knew you would say that. Both gave off an aura that surprised Izuku, and his biggest surprise was seeing that Begonia had vines coming out of her arms and Melia had ice coming out of her hands. Both, you will be the first to feel our power. Izuku, they have a quirk, shocked, the confrontation and surprises in them. Previously on Izuku the Pokemon trainer. Izuku and the girls and Pokemon arrived at the town Pediglyph, where their next stop is the city Sillage, where we'll have their second gym battle. But they went to a laboratory where they investigate the Pokemon fossils, but they said that in the Bright Cave some strange men arrived who do not allow them to enter. But Izuku and the girls went to investigate, and when they arrived they saw that they are some people with orange suits, but discovered them but had to separate Izuku and the girls. But with Izuku he found in the background two women named Begonia and Melia, who are special generals of Team Flare, and when they were about to start the battle they released a power that some of them had ice and plants in them, and surprising Izuku. Both, you will be the first to feel our power. Izuku, they have a quirk. Shocked, Izuku and his Pokemon were surprised by what they saw, and both generals took that out in their arms. Izuku, how is it possible that they have a quirk? It's impossible if there isn't one in this world unless they were genetically modified. Begonia, from the way you looked, you probably figured out why this happened. Melia, and to your question, yes, we genetically modified ourselves to be able to fight meddling entertainers like you. Izuku, I can't believe I'm thinking this, but I wish I had the OFA right now. It doesn't matter, we'll stop them. Ready, friends? Pokemon, Froakie Noifian, Ashenton. Melia, very well, let our battle begin. Izuku, Froakie Water Pulse, Noibat Wing Attack, and Leafeon Razor Leaves. The Pokemon launched their attacks, but both women blocked their attacks, and they launched their attacks but managed to dodge them. Izuku, I hope the girls are okay. With the girls, both, I don't think we'll get out of this. Both were dodging the attacks of the members of Team Flare while their Pokemon tried to launch attacks, but they blocked them. Toru, I don't think we can handle them, hiding in a rock. Fuyumi, you said it, friend, same. I don't think Ralts and Absol can handle them. Toru, I just hope Izuku is okay and looks for the ones who order, or maybe they have that too. Fuyumi, you said them. Ralts wound. Fuyumi, Ralts. Absol stood in front of Ralts, but luckily he used a barrier, but he couldn't resist. Absol, I can't resist, but I must do it. Toru, hold on for Froakie. That name was heard in Ralts, who was almost unconscious but saw the image of Froakie, but he was moving away. She tried to reach him, but he did not give up, and she sees a figure in front of her who extended his hand, and she was about to take it, but before taking it, you will be powerful because of him. I wasn't sure, but seeing the moments with Froakie made me think, Ralts, I want to be strong for Froakie. After that everyone sees that Ralts began to shine. Member, what's going on? Absol, Ralts, Toru, could it be that she is? Fuyumi evolving. While I saw that Ralts was changing shape, and seeing that she was a little tall, she looked like a ballet dancer because of the position of her legs, and her eyes were showing. Liea. Fuyumi, Ralts surprised. Toru, evolved into a Kirlia. Absol, you've evolved, my friend. Kirlia Kir. Absol, what are you made of? Fuyumi, well, let's see what you do. Kirlia uses Psychic Ray. Kirlia, jumps and launches the attack. When he threw it, others blocked it. Worse, out of nowhere Absol tackled them all, but they saw that Kirlia put her hands together, and was coming out like small waves. Toru, what are you doing? Absol, he's using telepathy, but for what? But they hear some sounds of wings like bats, and see many Zubats flying and heading towards the members, and they tried to drive them away. Member, it doesn't matter what we get, retreat to the base. All yes. Everyone left while some Zubats followed him, and leaving the girls. Toru, I used telepathy to call the Zubtas who live here. Fuyumi, your great Kirlia. Kirlia happy. Absol, I must admit, you are an incredible friend. Raises her paw. Kirlia bumps her hand with her paw. Toru, I'm sure Froakie will be happy and Izuku will be happy for you. Fuyumi, yes. All Izuku. Toru, I forgot Izuku is in the background. We have to go for him. Fuyumi, let's go. Absol, let's go now that I smell two presences and they are the same as them but stronger. Kirlia. Fuyumi, you're right, Kirlia, let's go. And so they all went to where Izuku was. In the world of My Hero Academia, we can see the heroes in a room. Nizu, any news on the search? Nimuri, nothing, we've already tried to find him, but we don't know what the villains are planning. Nizu, of course, and they know what to do with those who didn't betray him. Aizawa, I thought that they, along with Kendo and Ibara, were from the S class, since from what I see, if I'm honest, I would have liked to be with him, and not be busy with classes. Sniper, now that I think about it, you spent your afternoons with him. Aizawa, yes, from what I heard between him and his family, it seemed that he didn't have any company when I heard that he was Quirkless. Ectoplasm, I mean, they were like father and son. Aizawa, if it's like that's how to put it. Everyone's surprised. Nimuri, oh, that's cute. Aizawa, don't even think I'll let you corrupt him. Nimuri, all a drop. Nizu, well, ahem. And what about the students who didn't they mistreated him when you told them? Aizawa, so, and I also thought that the big three would be with them and Eri would also be there. Hisashi, you look like a grandpa, mockingly. Aizawa, It is my duty to be with your granddaughter. All, no comments, unknown location. Wow, that man really matters to the era of speaking of him. Watching Izuku's fight. I hope you managed to awaken the Polygon Z. I hope so, Izuku. But the polygon that he has kept in his pocket. Some hexagons turned green and others white. Pokemon World with Izuku. Their situation looked worse as they dodged both of their attacks that knocked them down several times, but now they were on the ground in pain. Izuku, damn sore. Malia, wow, you're out of ideas, kid. Begonia, yes, but you have to admit that he and his Pokemon were tough. Malia, yes, but we came through the polygon. He probably has it in his pants. Begonia, with pleasure, hee, with a sickly face. Kai. They saw that Froakie wanted to attack, but Begonia whipped him in front of everyone and Izuku, who was shocked to see that. Malia, hey, it wasn't necessary. Begonia, sorry, reflexes, you know. Malia, hey, sees Izuku trying to get up. Wow, you have strength. Izuku, you guys made a mistake. Both, Izuku, you can hurt me, but if you mess with what I want, and you messed with my friend. Begonia, wow, you don't see that every day after the age of greed. Malia, you said it. Izuku, you dared to hurt Froakie. They see with surprise that his eyes turned green and with some black and white patterns with green, and to his surprise about 4 cannons came out of his back, but the left one had a red pattern and the right one blue. Both, what, surprise? Leafeon/Noibat, as surprised. Izuku, Dragon Pulse. From the 4 cannons they began to fire a beam that formed a purple dragon that they barely dodged, which caused an explosion that was heard throughout the cave that scared the Pokemon that lived there. Toru, what was that? Fuyumi, maybe Izuku avoided a strong attack from Flare's team. Absol, you better go see. Both, yes. They kept running, but they saw that there was smoke. They couldn't see, but they saw a figure, but they saw that he had 4 things on his sword and they were on guard. Fuyumi, be on guard. Toru, yes. They were still on guard, but they saw that those things left and fell to their knees. They didn't know what was happening, but when the smoke cleared they saw with surprise that it was Izuku, and he was breathing heavily. Both, Izuku, surprised. Unknown location. I've already managed to awaken the power. All that's missing is for them to do it 2 future nights. Pokemon World. At a base a man was watching on the screen as an activity where the bright cave was focused. So someone awakened the power of Polygon Z. Smiles. This is better, but the Fragment X and the Y-Wing are missing. I hope to know who they are. The protective knights of Callos. But a figure that was invisible but heard everything. Finally the polygon woke up. You are undoubtedly the candidate Izuku Midoriya. In the Shining Cave. Both, Izuku, go with him. Fuyumi, it's okay. Izuku, yes, I'm fine, guys are fine. Leafeon stands up and dusts herself off. Leaf. Noibat gets up and does the same. Noi. Izuku, I'm glad. Sees Kirlia. Ralts evolved. Surprised. Fuyumi, yes, it's great. Izuku, let's see. Takes out his Pokédex. Name Kirlia. Classification Sensory. SX female. It is said that, upon receiving positive feelings from its trainer, Kirlia grows with great beauty. This Pokemon controls psychokinetic powers thanks to its developed brain. Izuku, wow, that's great. Kirlia Kir scratches. Froa. They saw that it was Froakie, but he was hurt, and they were worried, but they saw that he was conscious and they were happy. Time skip in the research room. Chisato, I'm glad you're okay, guys. And I'm glad to keep those men away. Izuku, it's not that bad, we were able to stop him. Chisato, and also from what you told me your friends stopped to defeat the members of that Flare team. I want to give you something. Wait. She went to her laboratory. They had a doubtful face, but she came back with some poke balls and gave them to Fuyumi and Toru. Toru, what's in them? Chisato, in them are Pokemon that were fossils. Fuyumi, you say that we. Chisato, yes, you earned it. It must be said that both were excited and Izuku was happy to see them like that, but he remembered something. Izuku, oh by the way, takes out the stone. Do you know what it is? Chisato sees the stone and is surprised. It's a megastone. Everyone, hey, surprised. Absol, you mean this is a megastone? Chisato, yes, and I've never seen one like that. Izuku, interesting, and also this, takes out the polygon. One of Flare came for that and you know what it is. Chisato, honestly I've never seen that. But whatever it is, it must be important to them. Izuku, you're right, sees the polygon. Could it be related to, remembers what happened? I'd better keep investigating whatever that is. Afterwards they said goodbye to Chisato, and were walking towards the center, and were waiting for them to finish. Fuyumi, I wonder what Pokemon they gave us. Toru, I hope it's a cool and cute one. Fuyumi, me too. While Izuku was far away looking at the types of megastones on the computer, but there was nothing of the one he has. Izuku, what kind of stone is this? Sees his stone. How important are you? Wow, I didn't expect to see the great Izuku Midoriya. Izuku. Izuku saw that in front of him was an albino girl wearing a suit as if she were first class. Izuku, yes, and who are you? Because I feel like things will go badly for me with girls. Gosh, how rude I am. My name is Iteli Psycho Iteli. Izuku, and what brings you here? Curious. Psycho. I easily come to meet face to face the one who will take my hand. Izuku, sorry I didn't hear well, confused. Psycho. Well, it's normal anyway, you should know, husband. Izuku, confused. Battle with fossils versus new rival. My Hero Academia world. We can see a black-haired man getting up. Isaac. What the hell, what was I doing? Nah, it doesn't matter. It's probably nothing important. What I do know is having Yayorozu and being the best. He leaves with excitement. He was walking but he felt that someone was watching him, but he didn't care and left. Unknown place. That boy is definitely dumber than a mule, but let's see how it goes for Izuku and his new member. Intro please. Pokemon World. Izuku looked at the girl with confusion, but more so what she said last. Izuku, excuse me, but what do you mean I'm your husband or whatever? Confused. Psycho. Era, don't you see that your future wife is coming for you? Izuku. Wow, stop the train, I don't understand what the hell this is. Izuku, God, I'm dead. They'll think I'm a womanizer and they'll think I'm from the age of greed. Nervous, she sees that her friends arrived, although they did not look happy when they saw Psycho. Furiumi, Psycho Italy, annoyed. Psycho. Era Fuyumi, Todoroki didn't expect to see you. Smiles. Fuyumi, me either. Gloomy. Toru. Izuku, what's going on? Izuku. I really don't know what's going on. She appeared and she thinks I'm her husband. Both as surprised. Fuyumi, don't tell me something about your family. Psycho, what are you eating? What can you guess? Izuku, I don't understand. Confused. Fuyumi, what's happening? Izuku, she and we've been rivals since we were kids. Izuku, don't tell me she always beat you sometimes, didn't she? Psycho, Era, it's not my fault that I'm almost better with her intelligence, beauty, and also I'm a good trainer. Maliciously. Fuyumi, emanating an aura of flames while Tora made marshmallows. Izuku, and what does it have to do with me? Fuyumi, what happens is that Grace's husband was a friend of my father and hers, but once he proposed that if they had a daughter that she get engaged to the strongest or possibly to the son of one of them. Izuku, I know. Fuyumi, hi, jealous. Psycho, hey, and more so when I saw you in battle I was fascinated by how you defeated Viola, and the truth is, Jum, you struck me. Izuku, how well, another crazy woman liked it with Toga. It was enough, but I don't know if it will last with her. Psycho. But how are you with Fuyumi and a girl who has a Pokemon with a special connection? Toru. How do you know that? Surprised. Psycho. I followed them and I heard that Absol talking and I think you're a meanie. Toru. With a vein and a twitch. It's over. I challenge you to a battle. Just tell me so. Fuyumi, me too. Psycho. You're lucky she has two, but her Pokemon are resting, I imagine. Fuyumi. Don't you think you're safe? With her hair covering her eyes just like Toru. Psycho. What? Both. Each takes out a Pokeball. We have fossil Pokemon. They smile evilly. Izuku, is it just me or do I feel like a spectator of how all this goes? Unknown location. No, this is real. Son, you're a spectator this time. Izuku. Izuku, the trained Pokemon. Pokemon World. In a field we can see Izuku sitting on the benches while Fuyumi and Toru were about to face Psycho. Fuyumi. Okay, Psycho. This is a friendly battle, so don't forget it. Psycho. I know, but it will be fun to destroy you. Toru. But she's not alone since I'm with her. Guys, see, it was Nurse Joy. Joy, your Pokemon are already. They see that their Pokemon that had their Pokeballs came out. Absol, what we missed. Izuku, good. An explanation later. Absol, I see. Noibat. Noi gives him a Pokeball. He took the Pokeball and out of it came Froakie, who just woke up. Froakie. Kirilia Kir hugs him. Froa, surprised. Izuku, it's a long story. Psycho, well now his Pokemon is already there. We will have the battle, but takes out his Pokeball. It's time to meet mine. When she threw them, a small green one came out, and the other a pink and white creature, but it had something like a bow. Trico. Sylveon. Izuku, wow, what Pokemon are they? Pointing at Trico with his Pokédex. Name, Trico. Classification, Forest Gecko. S/X male. Trico is calm and has great self-control. He never loses his cool in any situation. If a rival stares at him, he will stare back without giving up even the slightest bit of his territory. Izuku, wow, interesting. Let's see. Points at Sylveon. Pokédex. Name, Sylveon. P. Classification. Link. S/X female. Through its sensitive, ribbon-like appendages, it emits calming waves that stop fighting. Izuku, wow. Even though just looking at it looks like EV. Absol. What happens is that Sylveon is an evolutionary form of Eevee that is a fairy type. Izuku, so surprised. Leafeon Leaf. Izuku, I see. Sylveon. Froakie, Froa, goes to Sylveon. Sylveon Vian winks. Froakie, Froa nervous. Carillia/Absol, emanate black aura. Psycho. Now it seems that my Sylveon is interested in his Froakie. Both. So he doesn't get his own Froakie. Psycho. Very well, take out your Pokemon, don't you think? Both of them took out their Pokeballs. Toru. I wonder what Chisato gave us. Fuyumi. Let's hope they are useful. Let's go. Toru. Hi. Both threw the Pokeballs and from these came out 2 Pokemon. Fuyumi's came out a little blue creature with a blue gem on its body, but it looked like a dinosaur that in part looked like a Boreal Aurora, and Toru's like a small insect with feathers and mouth pincers. Mora. Norith. Both, those are our fossils. Surprised. Psycho. Era, I didn't expect to see an Amora. Surprised. Izuku. Incredible. Takes out his Pokédex and points it at Fuyumi's Pokédex. Name, Amora. P. Classification, Tundra. A Pokemon with a calm character. It lived in cold places where there were no predators as fierce as. Izuku. Amazing to see Toru's Pokédex. Name, Anorith. P. Classification, Shrimp. S/X male. It's a kind of predecessor Pokemon. It stretches out its claws to hunt its prey, which hides in the rocks of the sea. Izuku. They will surely be able to win, I hope so. Fuyumi. Sorry, Amora. Amora Mao sees her. Fuyumi. I would like to introduce myself, but we are in a battle and I need your support. Amora, Mora, conscious. Toru, you can too. Anorith. Anorith, Rith, conscious. Psycho. Very well. Triako. Silva ready for battle. Both. Tree Sil. Absol. Did you name Silva on your Sylveon? Izuku, it seems so. Fuyumi. Toru. Psycho. Let the battle begin. The 4 Pokemon launched themselves to fight, but they were divided. Trico fought against Sylveon and Amora. Psycha. It's useless. Trico Razor Blades and Sylveon Moon Force. Both Pokemon launched the attack and causing a smoke screen. Absol. It can't be. Izuku, wait. The smoke cleared but the Pokemon weren't there. Psycho. Where are they? Fuyumi. Look. They see Anorith holding Amora as they flew and dropping her to the ground. Fuyumi. Okay, time for a plan. Toru. Anorith Silk Shot. Anorith threw silk and surrounded the 2 Pokemon. Fuyumi. Very well. Amora throws an ice beam. Toru. Anorith Water Gun. They launched their attacks at those Pokemon, which could not avoid the attack and received it, creating a smoke screen. Psycho. Little by little the smoke dissipated and showed Trico and Sylveon out of combat. Izuku. Trico and Sylveon can't continue. Absol. Which means Fuyumi and Toru win the match. The Pokemon were happy that they won. Curlia. Froakie. Norbad. Noi. Leafeon. Fuyumi. It can't be. Surprised. Really, I beat him. Sniff. Starts to cry. Izuku. Fuyumi is. She hugs him. Fuyumi. Blah, I waited for years. This finally beats you. Blah. Toru. I guess the excitement made him like that. Izuku. I believe it. I don't know if I got like that when I fought Katsuki for the first time in my old world. You did it well. Patting him on the back. Psycho. Era, I didn't expect that you would finally beat me. Sniff. Fuyumi. Because you cry, confused and with tears. Psycho. It's just that finally you were able to beat me, and the truth, I'm happy finally you were able to beat me at something. Fuyumi. I always believed that you would finally beat me at something. Finally. Izuku. I think she was hoping you'd finally beat her. That's what she sees he wasn't there. Absol. Izuku. He sees that she was hugging Psycho, but her eyes were pouring out a sea of comic-like tears that made everyone and even the Pokemon drop a drop. Izuku. This surpasses my tears. What things not? Unknown location. Yes, Izuku, this beats your tantrums by a drop. Back to the Pokemon world. After the battle they were in front of Psycho. Psycho. Well, I have to go. Fuyumi. Where are you going? Psycho. I actually found this on my trip. Shows a stone. Toru. That's a fossil. Surprised. Psycho. Yes, well, it was fun and more with you. Fuyumi. I hope you become stronger. Fuyumi. I hope too. Psycho. Izuku, please take care of Fuyumi and make Callos the best. Izuku. Of course I will. Determined. Froakie same. Psycho. Well, approaches. I'll make you remember. Konkita. Izuku. What are you? Chew. Izuku. Froakie mouth open. Curlia Kir covering her mouth. Absol Val game. Surprised. Fuyumi/Toru blank. Psycho kissed him on Izuku's lips, who was in shock, and they separated. Psycho. Don't believe that you'll stop being my husband yet. Izuku Froakie feels someone touch his shoulder, and he sees Silva, and she kissed Froakie, which left him, Absol and Curlia in shock, and then they leave. Psycho. Goodbye leaves. Fuyumi/Toru. Damn of her. More profanity. Absol/Curlia. Insults in Pokemon and human language. Froakie. Froakie. Izuku. I don't know either, and my second kiss she took it. Unknown location. True, how can I forget your first kiss, boy, but now you have the women with you in line. Without a doubt you are a magnet, boy, you have my respect for me, although the next day will be exciting, but in your world it is worrying me. I feel like a battle is about to break out, and it would be the beginning of total chaos. In the world of BNHA. Boom. An explosion was heard in Tartarus, and many guards were alarmed by it, and decided what was happening, but when they arrived where the explosion was, everything was destroyed and on fire. Guard 1, it can't be. Guard 2, escape. Guard, we have to tell them that AFO escaped. In the Pokemon world, a mysterious figure saw what happened in the cave, but when Izuku took out the cannons, so the prism chose him as its Jejejej. But the X crystal and the Y wing are still missing, but I have the feeling that if I can find the princess's pink prism one day we will see each other face to face. Izuku the Z Knight smiles. The battle for the Muro medal. We can see a man watching on a phone the battle between Izuku and Viola and how he achieved victory. Wow, that boy is good, but I think he'll go this way. Looks at the window. I'm waiting for our battle. Izuku Midoriya. World of My Hero Academia. It's been 2 weeks and they still haven't found anything about Izuku, but those who are his friends didn't give up since they were named in a special group that was created by Aizawa that made those who didn't betray Izuku get upset but received punishments from Aizawa, but more Isaac and Katsuki who tried to sneak in, but Aizawa comes a step ahead, but the group secretly trains their Pokemon to become strong, and Eri lived with the girls who possibly considers them mothers, which made them feel happy. At the moment, we can see a blonde man, a light-haired woman, and a black-haired man sitting but with a sad expression. Mirio, wow, it's been a month and there's no sign of him. Nijire, yes, and I was thinking of asking him out. Sad. Tamaki, MJH, and the effort we had to give you that opportunity, but it went to hell. Mirio, but May said she's working with the portal to find Izuku. Nijire, I hope he's okay. I don't want to think that he's suffering, worried. In the Pokemon world, we can see Izuku's group who finally arrived at their destination, which is Sillage City, and they marveled at how it was and the scenery of the mountains and the sea. Izuku, well, we arrived at the city and it's great. Froakie, Froa. Fuyumi, yes, dry. Toru, yes, same. Absol, MMH, serious conscious. Curlia, looks away. They both see the girls and sigh. Izuku, they're still angry about what happened with Keiko. Froakie, Froa, he turns on Froakie. Izuku, what's up? Froakie starts whispering in his ear, and he listens attentively. Izuku, well, this could work, goes with the girls. And girls, I know you're angry about what happened with, and I thought that we could walk around the city, and do you know what? Both, we accept, with stars in our eyes. Izuku, wow, how fast then they are not upset anymore. Fuyumi, no, hugs Izuku's arm. Toru, same, since now we are going for a walk. Both, we'll go on a date with Izuku. Froakie, starts to float. Froa? Suddenly he is carried on Absol's back, and Curlia was there too, but she hugged Froakie from behind. Absol, we'll also have fun on the walk, or not, friend? Curlia. Izuku, well, after the walk we go to the gym for the battle. Both, hi. Izuku, but first let's go for a walk. And so they went to explore the city, where they bought some things and also ate some cakes, but all the citizens looked with surprise and amazement at Izuku since they recognized him and wished him luck from his battle. Izuku, it feels good that people give me luck. I definitely love my new home and life, he thought happily, but he remembers a black-haired girl along with a green-haired boy who gave him a kiss. Sorry for not being there and leaving you, Momo. Sad. Unknown location. You definitely miss her, and even more so since she was your first kiss. But you doubt that she loves you. But see Izuku's old world, she makes an effort to see you and be with you. Izuku, the Pokemon trainer. Pokemon world. We can see Momo training with Bunny as they both hit a practice dummy, but Momo stopped. Momo, we'll leave it for now, Bunny. But he sees that Bunny falls to the ground and there is the load. Itsuka, training with Bunny. Momo again. Momo, yes, walks. Itsuka, it was Izuku. Momo, hey, what do you mean? Confused. Itsuka, what I'm saying, that was your first kiss, right? Momo was surprised but sighed and nodded. Momo, it was years ago when I was a little girl. He saved me from some bullies and he was my friend. Itsuka, I see, and how does it feel to kiss him? Momo, you can feel it, a beautiful sensation in the soul, and I would like to do it again, and then the others done. Itsuka, done. Both. Izuku, let's hope to find you and see that you're okay. In the Pokemon world. After the walk date for the girls and females, they arrived at the place of a small hill in the city that had the symbol of Gymnasio. Izuku, so this is the Sillage City Gym, huh? Toru, well, I heard that the gym leader has a passion for climbing mountains. Fuyumi, and that's why he has the gym there. Eren, hey, well, let's go. He's waiting for us, let's go. Both high. When they entered the gym, they saw something that surprised them because in front of them was a huge mountain with climbing parts. Izuku, this is the gym, it's incredible. Froakie, I'm glad you think so, kid. They heard that, but they see that there was a dark-skinned man wearing climbing clothes, but they see that his hair was very detailed and decorated. Fuyumi, you are the gym leader. Of course, Miss Todoroki. My name is Grant. Absol. It's incredible that he is the leader of Jumeisho, even though I heard from humans that he is surprising. Toru, I believe it. Grant, and from what I see, sees Izuku. You are Izuku Midoriya. He faced Viola. No, and he comes from another world. Izuku, of course I come here to challenge a battle to enter the league and make the era of greed disappear forever, so I'm ready, determined. Oh no, Froakie. Grant, he. It seems that you are motivated by that, boy. Well, but first you should take a test to see if you are the most suitable to have a battle against me. Izuku, well, if that's the case, I want to see what you're made of in battle. Grant, yes, you first see these stones on the mountain. Izuku, yes, I think they are for Eska moment. Fuyumi, what's going on? Absol, wait, so the test is… Grant, I see you've figured out what the test is. Fuyumi, and what is your gym test? Grant, it's simple, he should climb the wall until he reaches the top. Everyone's surprised. Fuyumi, her test is to climb the wall, surprised. Grant, well yes, but there is also an elevator if you want to go up since it is at the top. Toru, Izuku, don't tell me you'll do it. Izuku, well, if that's the way to have the fight, I'll do it. Froakie climbs onto Izuku's shoulder. Froakie, determined. Absol, are you serious, Froakie? Froakie. Grant, he then let's go. Izuku, good. They see that Izuku began to climb the wall, but they see was surprised that he climbed very well, but at one moment or another he fell, but he continued until he reached the top while the girls got out of the elevator. Fuyumi, Izuku, you climbed the wall. Toru, you're amazing. Kir. Grant, wow, you brought me a big surprise. Izuku, well, the truth is that I climbed something similar in my world a long time ago, but I needed to motivate myself to climb this wall. Grant, well, it's true many choose the elevator because they are afraid, but from what I saw you have a great motivation, kid, that doesn't collapse, and that's why I made this wall so that the coaches get motivated. Izuku, of course what motivates me is to keep going and the people who support me, and more the happiness and excitement with the Pokemon and humans. Determined. When they heard that, they clapped and Grant smiled, and then they arrived at the battlefield. Fuyumi, good luck. Izuku, Toru, you can beat him. Absol, good luck both of you. Curlia. Grant, I expect a lot from you. Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, me too, right friend? Froakie. Referee, let the gym battle begin. Grant, very well. Sal. Onyx throws a pokeball. From this came out a kind of gigantic snake whose whole body was divided by balls of rocks. Onyx, oh. Izuku, wow, takes out the Pokédex. Name, Onyx. P. Classification, Serp. Roka, SX, male. Onyx has a magnet in his brain, which acts like a compass to help him stay focused while digging tunnels. As he grows, his body rounds out and softens. Izuku, wow, he looks strong, takes out a pokeball, but we'll do our best. Leafeon out, throws the pokeball, and from this comes Leafeon ugly. Fuyumi, Izuku will have an advantage in this since Leafeon is a grass type and will surely win. Toru, yes. Absol, let's hope they win. Curlia. Grant, what an impressive shiny. Izuku, thank you, very well. Leafeon, our first round, so give your best. Leafeon. Referee, let the battle. Both start. Grant, very well, use placage. Onyx, moving forward. Izuku, dodge it. Leafeon dodges. Izuku, uses razor blade. Leafeon threw leaves that hurt Onyx. Grant, Onyx rock thrower. The Pokemon threw some rocks that headed towards Leafeon, but Leafeon threw them over rock after rock until he was on top of Onyx. Izuku used quickness. She threw stars, but Onyx used his tail to avoid it, but they saw that Leafeon was running on the tail. Everyone surprised. Izuku, very good jump. Leafeon jumps. Fuyumi, what is he thinking? Toru, I don't know. Izuku, use attraction. The Pokemon throws some hearts that made Onyx fall in love. Izuku, now use energy balls. Leafeon fired 2 spheres of green energy that left Onyx out of combat. Referee, Onyx can't continue. Leafeon wins the match. Izuku, we did it. Leafeon excited. Absol, wow, what a good strategy you came up with. Fuyumi, I remember when I fought with Viola. Toru, that's true. Grant, returns Onyx to his Pokeball. Not bad, you were able to defeat Onyx without taking any damage. Izuku, thanks coming from you. Grant, yes, but takes out another Pokeball. I hope you keep get out now. When I threw the Pokeball, it came out as a small brown dinosaur with orange details and it seems to have fur. Izuku, wow, what Pokemon is that? To why? Izuku, wow, I've never seen that Pokemon. Takes out the Pokédex. Pokédex. Name, Tyrant. P. Classification, Air. SX, male. Its massive jaw is so powerful it could destroy a car in one bite. It already lived a whopping 100 million years ago. For Yumi, Izuku, that Pokemon is an extinct Pokemon. Izuku, wow, an extinct Pokemon, and surely Chisato's center made it, right? Grant, something like that. Toru, this makes me nervous that I don't know if it has an advantage. For Yumi, you're right. Even though it's a rock type, it's also a dragon type. I don't know if the result will be good. It would be. Grant, do you want to continue, Izuku? Izuku, what are you saying? Leafeon. Leafeon, leaf, conscious. Izuku, alright. Let's go, Leafeon. Leafeon began to advance towards Tyrant, who was preparing to tackle her, but she jumped. But what she didn't expect, Tyrant's tail gave off a green glow that sent him far away, but he recovered. Izuku, are you okay? Leafeon, Fian. Izuku, I used Dragon Tail, but it was fast, so I didn't keep my guard up. Grant, surprised Izuku. Izuku, yes, but it would be better if I didn't save the low. Grant, very well, if so. Tyrant tackle. The Pokemon launched itself at Leafeon, but Leafeon moved. But what surprised them was that it grabbed Leafeon's tail with its mouth and threw it upwards. Izuku, Leafeon. Leafeon, Leah. Izuku, use Energy Ball. She threw the ball, but Grant, Tyrant, Dragon Fury. Blue flames were seen coming from Tyrant's mouth. Fuyumi, oh no. Absol, it doesn't look good. Toru, I don't like it. Izuku, oh no. Grant, now? Tyrant released blue flames that formed a dragon that passed through Leafeon's attack and headed towards her, and poof, it caused an explosion, and they saw that Leafeon fell to the ground, generating a curtain of dust. Izuku, Leafeon. As the smoke cleared, Leafeon could be seen knocked out. Referee, Leafeon is out. The winner is Tyrant. Toru, it can't be. Izuku lost the fight for the first time. Fuyumi, but he has one more Pokemon left. Absol, I just hope it goes well for you. Curlia Kir, worried. Izuku, returns Leafeon to its Pokeball. You did well, Leafeon, sees Grant. I have to admit that Pokemon is strong. Grant, at least it's one of the strongest fossil Pokemon. Izuku, well yes, but I still haven't given up. Grant, well I'll wait for you. Izuku, Froakie, ready your first gym battle. Froakie, jumps and lands. Froakie. Grant, very good. Izuku, I must win this battle to continue with my goal. I don't plan on disappointing the region. If I lose, I don't plan on doing it. What Izuku didn't know is that the Megastone that he has stored gave a glow that made Froakie's eyes turn red and return to how they were. The battle for the Muro medal. Previously in Izuku the Pokemon trainer, Izuku and the girls arrived at their destination, which was the Sillage City, where there would be their second gym battle. They arrived at the gym where they met the leader Grant. There he did a test of climbing the wall, and then the battle began, where the first one won with Leafeon, but in the second a Pokemon called Tyrant was strong that defeated Leafeon, but now he was fighting against Froakie, but they did not know what to do. Let's hope a miracle comes out for Izuku and Froakie. MHA World. Their weekend in the League of Villains lair. AFO, what have you heard lately at UA? When Izuku went to another dimension. Shigaraki, no sensei, we don't know anything. We've only seen the students who didn't leave him with some strange creatures, but one of them changed form, showing how Ghastly evolved into a hunter and Squirtle into a Wartortle. AFO, interesting, and no one else has it. Kurogyri, not only them, since it seems they keep it hidden so no one sees them. AFO, I understand. And who is the current bearer, since from what I see he is no longer the bearer? Shigaraki, apparently no one from UA is compatible, and those who didn't leave don't accept him since they don't believe in him, and some only have the embers. AFO, how stupid, but we don't have to attack like crazy. We have to come up with plans. Shigaraki, if you want AFO. And oh Shigaraki, although Izuku is not here, we have to plan the tactics well since we are always cornered by them. Dabi, he's right, it's better to move on with time. Shigaraki, you? Toga, Dabi is right, it is better to wait for the right moment. Spiner, if I want to continue Stein's legacy, it's better to wait. Compress, don't take it anymore Shigaraki, but it's better to wait for the best moment. Shigaraki, TSCH fine, but if you want. AFO, no Tamura, it's better to save energy. We're not going to risk it, although you know, it's better to keep watching those creatures. Kurogyri, why do you say that? AFO, well they got them later when Izuku left, so I think those creatures have something to do with Midoriya's disappearance. Shigaraki, so those creatures have something to do with it. AFO, it's possible that they keep an eye on the UA so they can study those things, but nothing about Nomus since it's not an attack, it's just gathering information. Shigaraki, but, AFO, no buts, everyone agrees. All Shigaraki, yes. Shigaraki, but what about? Before he could say anything, they dragged him away. AFO, sighs, what will I do with him? He doesn't know anything, but I would have liked to have you and maybe adopt you. Izuku Midoriya would be a great father for you. Smiles but sincerely. Unknown location. Wow, I didn't expect the most feared villain to say that, but let's see how Izuku fares in his second battle because I feel like there will be surprises, many surprises. Watching the battle in a portal and Izuku's pocket gave a glow and Froakie's eyes changed color. In the Pokemon world. Boom. On the battlefield, Izuku and Grant's Pokemon were fighting. Izuku, Froakie uses double team. Then they see that Froakie did the trick and head towards Tyrant. Grant. Tyrant throws rocks. The Tyrannosaurus Pokemon threw many rocks towards the Froakie clones while they dodged them, but Tyrant used his tail to attack the urinal, and thus began the battle before the eyes of the girls. Fuyumi, I'm worried about this. Tora, hi, me too, since Froakie has tried to give Tyrant but nothing yet. Curlia Kir, worried. Absol, praying to Arceus. But they see that Froakie used Slash to repel Tyrant's bites so that it wouldn't bite him, but when the Pokemon was going to bite him, Izuku, dodge it backwards and use Water Pulse. Froakie did what Izuku said and then launched Water Pulses that hit the Pokemon. Izuku, good. Grant, Jum, not bad, but this is not over. Izuku, Grant, Dragon Fury. They see that a blue fire projectile was launched at Froakie and he dodged it, but they see that Tyrant was in front of him. Izuku, there is no. Grant, Grim Bite. When he said that in front of Tyrant, a Mandibuka formed and when it bit Froakie it sent him far away and to the ground. Izuku, Froakie, Curlia and Absol, worried. Everyone was worried about the Pokemon, but they saw that it was barely getting up and managed to get up. Izuku, are you okay, Froakie? Froakie, Froa, conscious. Grant, gosh, your Froakie doesn't want to give up. Izuku, no, in fact, since I came to this world, Froakie and I became friends and we're going to tour the region together, right, friend? Froakie. Grant, okay, let's get this over with. Bite. Tyrant. TY runs. Froakie blocked the bite with a slash, and they seem to be pushing each other to gain ground. Curlia. Absol. That's right, Froakie, don't miss. The Pokemon, upon hearing that, began to exert force, but Tyrant wanted to win, but hey. They heard that, and were surprised as was Tyrant, since the one who said that was Izuku, Froakie. Froakie, no, I give you P. Saying that he pushed Tyrant away and it began to glow. Absol. It's starting to evolve. Izuku, Froakie. Everyone sees that it began to change to show that it grew in size and when it changed in appearance, and the sponge scarf lengthened. Everyone surprised. Izuku, Froakie, you evolved, surprised, or better known as, taking out his Pokédex. Name, Frogadier. P. Classification, Berberana. SX, male. He can throw bubble wrap stones with such precision that he can hit empty cans from 30 meters away. His agility is unparalleled. In fact, he can scale a tower over 600 meters high in just 1 minute. Izuku, incredible. Truth, Izuku. They heard that and were surprised to see that. Frogadier, I'm glad to evolve. Everyone, comically surprised. Unknown location. That I didn't expect that laughing at the funny situation. In the Pokemon world. Fuyumi, Frogadier. Toru, hi. Absol. But how is it possible if Froakie is not in his final stage? Curlia. Absol, sees her. I really don't know why you don't talk either, but we'll have to see what will happen. Curlia Kir, accident. Izuku, you can talk. Frogadier, hey wait, realizes, maybe he's talking, surprised. Izuku, yeah well it doesn't matter, there's a battle to win. Frogadier, yes. Grant, wow, I didn't expect to see a talking Pokemon without reaching the final stage in the Pokemon and Trainer Union, but you have to see what your Pokemon is made of. Izuku, yes, ready, Frogadier. Of course, Izuku in fighting pose. Izuku, Frogadier double team. Frogadier, yes. The Pokemon made the move and Tyrant threw rocks, but something happened and Frogadier's Pokemon hands shown to give hits that were effective to Tyrant. Fuyumi, was it an airstrike? Toru, it seems that his. Grant, not bad, but this ends bite. He opened his jaw, but Frogadier punched Tyrant in the jaw, but they were surprised that it began to freeze, and after he gave him an aerial punch. Izuku, was that a fist that froze him? Very well, Frogadier, let's finish this. Frogadier, yes, because we have a goal. Izuku, and it is. Both, challenged the leaders. But in Izuku's pocket a light came out, and when he took it out he saw that it was the blue stone he found in the cave. Izuku, the stone that. But he sees that a light came out that almost illuminated the room. Grant, that's the one. Toru, Izuku, pass him your stone. Izuku, I don't know. Absol, hey look at Frogadier. They see that Frogadier's eyes turn red and then he is surrounded by a tornado of water, and his appearance was different, but not only his red eyes were seen. Everyone surprised. Izuku, that again, surprised. But they see that Frogadier began to move but was hitting Tyrant everywhere with incredible speed, but then they see that it formed like a water shuriken, and when he threw it generated an explosion that covered everyone, but then Frogadier landed, and then he returned to being normal but falling on his knees. Frogadier, breathing heavily. What's wrong with me? Izuku, that again. Fuyumi, hey look. The smoke cleared to see that Tyrant was on the ground and out of the fight. Referee, Tyrant cannot continue. The winner is Frogadier, therefore the winner of the battle is Izuku Midoriya. Girls. I made it, cheerfully. Absol, Viva, happy. Curlia, Kier. Izuku goes to the field. Good job, friend. Frogadier. Thanks, Izuku, and I honestly didn't know what to do with this. Izuku, you're right. Grant. Congratulations, Izuku, for your demonstration in battle and your confidence with your Pokemon. I give you the wall badge, showing a badge with a part of a wall. Izuku, thank you, takes it. Without a doubt I will continue to become stronger. Happy. 20 minutes later. We can see in the Pokemon Center after healing the Pokemon from the fight, but now they were talking to Grace. Grace. So you already have the second gym badge. Izuku, yes mom, and also look, showing Frogadier. Grace. Wow, amazing evolution of Froakie. Frogadier, thank you. Grace, hey talk, forget it. I already knew it. Izuku, and how surprised. Grace. In fact, the battle was shown live and you surprised me, Izuku, but what was that what you did with Frogadier? Izuku. I really don't know. In fact, this is the second time this has happened. Frogadier. Yes, since our fight against Shoto's Torchic. Grace. I understand, but good luck on your trip, I love you. Izuku, me too. Bye mom, take care. Cuts out. Fuyumi. Izuku, we already have the rooms to sleep tonight. Izuku. Okay, let's rest and we leave tomorrow. Toru. It's better to relax after the fight. Absol, and besides, your boyfriend is even more handsome like that. Grog, flirting with Frogadier. Frogadier, ha ha, thanks, nervous. Curlia, Kilia, hugs Frogadier. Frogadier, thanks Curlia. Fuyumi, you know, I don't know what to think about Frogadier being able to talk now. Izuku, yes, I don't believe that either, and I thought that when he reached his final stage he could talk, but what things not. Toru, yeah, well, let's rest in the rooms. Fuyumi, let's rest. The next day, Izuku and the girls started leaving to embark on their journey. Toru. Well, where are we going this time? Izuku. Looking at the Poquact. The next city is Geosenj. There will be a gym. Fuyumi. Okay, let's go there. Izuku. Yes, let's go, girls. The three high. They set out for Geosenj City. Elsewhere, there we can see a blonde watching Izuku and Grant's fight, but it also focuses on when Frogadier changed appearance. Wow, incredible. I hope to see it someday. I'll prove that I'm a coach. Darling, he heard an orange-haired girl. Girl, I'm dying to explore the Callos region. Yes, and I hope to see it too. Girl, sees the fight. I know what you think, and the truth is I've told you. You have a mania for being a trainer, but I know, but you know I'm not like him, and never. I just want to be the best coach in my region. Girl, hey, kisses him. Show what a great guy you are and not like him. Yes. You know how to cheer me up, ha 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 ha. Girl, and I like your nice laugh. If I didn't like to laugh like that, ha 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 ha, you understand me, right? Girl, yeah, well, let's go. Boy, yes, let's go. Both people went their own way, but without knowing that that person is one of the doubles that Izuku will meet in the world. The arrival of the skating leader, BNHA World. You can see Inko, but she didn't seem happy, so to speak, since she looked very depressed and had dark circles under her eyes. Inko, there's still nothing left of him, and all because of falling into that, and not being a good mother. She sees a photo where she was there with Ino and Isaac, but with them was Izuku, and it was a few days before he was diagnosed with Quirkless. Inko. Izuku, starting to cry. Where are you, son? Sorry for being a terrible mother. But he was seen by the being who saw Izuku. Jum, that hypocrisy won't save you from all this, and what Izuku felt breaks the fourth wall. Better put the intro. Pokemon World Route 10. After Izuku defeated Grant and got his second badge, we can now see Izuku along with his evolved partner Frogadier and with his friends and companions Fuyumi and Toru with their Pokemon heading to their next destination where they will get their next gym battle. Fuyumi. It's incredible that exciting things happened in Sillage City. Toru, for example, Izuku won his second badge and Froakie is now a Frogadier. Absol. But not only that, but also that Frogadier can now speak, but that seems strange to me. Curlia, Kir. Fuyumi. They are right. How is it that Frogadier can talk, since the Pokemon that have a special bond with their trainers will be able to talk when they are in their final forms, although in the case of Absol the Pokemon that do not have that? Izuku. The truth is, girls, I'm also surprised by that because I still don't believe how. Frogadier. You're right. For example, that form I showed in the battle against Shoto's Torchic and more so when we faced Flare. Toru, what you say is right, Frigadier, and more in the battle against Grant and the Truth. Watch a video of the battle. That battle shook the entire region because of that and more because the views are rising a lot. Fuyumi, don't remember that, but let's focus on our next stop, which is Shoto City. Izuku, you're right, we have to go there for our third Pokemon battle, right friend? Frigadier, you're right, mate. Izuku, okay girls, let's go exploring. All yes/KIR. They began to advance a little, but in the depths of the forest a figure was approaching somewhat quickly but was noticed by Kirlia. Kirlia, realizing. Absol, what's up Kirlia? Kirlia, KIR. Absol, hey, something in the forest. But near where Izuku was, he jumped and everyone noticed. All hey, and the figure fell. Wow, what a good landing I made. I give it 10 points. They saw that it was a girl, but with a white and red tracksuit, black shorts under the skirt, skates with white gloves on each hand and a helmet, although you can see pigtails in each hole of the helmet. Hello Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, I know you, surprised. I knew you'd say that, but let me introduce myself. My name is Korona. It's a pleasure to meet you. Chosen boy smiles. Izuku chosen? Fuyumi, a chosen? Tora, I don't understand. Izuku, hey Korona, right? Tell me what is that about the chosen one? Korona, that's true. In fact, that's what the coaches tell you. Izuku, because. Korona, you see, ever since you challenged Viola, many have started calling you the Chosen One since you've made many trainers go out to explore the region. Izuku, so they called me that, but it is necessary to call me that. Korona, well, it sounds exaggerated. But now you are the inspiration of many, including me, since I get good trainers. Well, my grandfather. Fuyumi, hey, what are you saying? Korona, well, I'll be the new leader of the Shoto Gym. All surprised. MHA World. Eri can be seen playing with Swablu, but the Pokemon notices that Eri was a little sad. Swablu SWA. Eri, nothing blue, just that I'm sad because I miss someone. Blue SWA. Eri, that person rescued me from being a weapon for the world. He suffered almost the same as me, but he didn't leave me just like I did him. But no, starting to cry. He disappeared. I don't know where he is. I sniff my dad. Swablu sees this with sadness and decides to embrace her with his wings. Eri, Blue, I miss my dad. I miss him. Sniff, sniff. I want to see him. Unknown location. Seeing what was happening with Eri, and tears came to his eyes. Sorry, little one, it seems that you miss your father, but maybe when he finishes his main task he can bring you to him. Little one, it's just a matter of time. Pokemon World. Fuyumi, you're the new Shoto Gym leader. Surprised. Korona, of course. And I know that you are the daughter of Enji Todoroki, one of the most recognized and respected trainers in the world. Kirlia KIR. Absol, what you say is true, friend. Frigadier, wow, I didn't expect to see the leader in front of us. Korona sees Frigadier, incredible. It's true that your Frigadier can talk and has a special bond. Excited. Izuku, I see you heard about that. Korona, yes, and Grum. Izuku and his friends were shocked when they heard that growl and saw Korona go completely silent and fall to the ground. Toru, maybe you didn't eat anything. Korona, no, I didn't even have time for breakfast, and I didn't eat anything. Izuku sees the girls. Do you think it's better to rest? I mean, we left Sillage, and it would be better for us to rest. Toru, you're right Izuku. Let's rest a little to eat something. Absol, I agree with that. Izuku, then let's rest. Luminos City. Sycamore can be seen watching Izuku's fight in Sillage with great attention until he saw that Froakie evolved into a Frigadier until he showed the strange form. Sycamore, what could be that form that Izuku's Frigadier presented? Maybe I'll investigate it more, or if I don't find any results I'll ask him. He looks carefully at the shape of the tornado, which was different, but a red light was noticeable on the head and red eyes. What could that be? Route 10. On the route, Izuku and his friends along with Korona are seen eating at a table they set up while the Pokemon were eating Pokemon food. Korona, finishing a plate. This dish was good, nice. Toru, I'm glad you like Korona. Fuyumi, I imagine everything you went through must have been hard, right? Korona, yes, since I was training on my tour before returning to the gym. Izuku, by the way, since I'm going to be there for my battle, what kind of Pokemon will it be? Curious. Korona, okay, so you know it's fighting type. Toru, fighting type. Absol, that sounds a little difficult. Anorith, Rith. Amora, Mao, eating but a little stuck with Noibat. Noibat, Noi, seeing that. Fuyumi, but I've heard that the leaders there are strong and athletic, and they go out to explore, train, and become strong. Kirlia KIR. Leafeon Leaf. Frigadier, Jum, fighting type. I think this would be more or less a challenge. Izuku. Izuku, maybe we'll catch a new Pokemon along the way. Frigadier, that sounds better. Izuku, by the way Korona, if it's not too much trouble, yes. Korona, I was actually going to show you, takes out a Pokeball. Fuyumi, you're going to show your Pokemon. Korona, yes Sal, throws the Pokeball. They see that it came out as a blue canine with some black parts, and some spikes on its hands and one on its abdomen. Honey, Toru, oh Lucasio FF, he almost choked on what he ate. Absol, he was also choking from shock. Izuku, wow, takes out his Pokédex. Pokédex. Name, Lucario. Classification, Aura, S/X male. It emits waves that allow it to perceive everything within 1 kilometer, even the feelings of other people. Izuku, wow, that's a good Pokemon. But he noticed a glow in Korna's left hand to notice something. Korona, what's up Izuku? Izuku, I noticed something reflected in your glove. Korona, I see it's not this, showing her left glove but it had a stone. Toru, what is that? Korona, it's a mega glove. Izuku, mega wait I mean the stone that's there it's a mega stone. Fuyumi, a mega stone, surprised. Korona, yes, in fact this also has to do with my journey in addition to my training. Absol, and in what this journey that you do will happen. Korona, yes, and it's looking for a mega stone but from a Pokemon. Fuyumi, which one is it? Curlia, realizes when she sees Lucario, Kir. Fuyumi, you got it right, little one. Izuku, so you're looking for Korona, a Lucario. Everyone surprised. Izuku the coach. Fuyumi, you're going to look for a stone for Lucario. I know Lucario can mega evolve, but it would take work to look for that. Korona, I don't worry about that since I know where it is. Toru, hey you know, surprised. Korona, she's in a town called Cromlech. Izuku, with his Pokewact he sees the location. I have it, it's in the north of our path, somewhat far from the city of Shaller. Korona, yes, and that town has that stone. Toru, wow we can go with you. Korona, Absol, the truth is I've seen Pokemon that mega evolve but I've never seen a Lucario in my life before meeting Toru. Fuyumi, but also that town is in the direction where we must go to the city of Shaller so that Izuku can get his medal. Izuku, what the girls say is right. So Korona let us go with you, smiles. Korona was surprised by that but blushed at Izuku's smile and proposal and this in response. Korona, of course you can go with me since it would also be good to meet you and more you. Izuku, Fuyumi/Toru, KH, with a tick. Izuku, well if you say so then we'll go. Korona, yes. Fuyumi/Toru, oh, what was missing another one. Korona, Arceus maybe thanks you for bringing this boy who is not like everyone else bless you. MHA World. Naomasa can be seen reviewing some papers. Naomasa, Jum, we didn't find anything about that boy's whereabouts when they told us about that but there's something that intrigues me. He puts on the recording video where Izuku started following a shadow and from it a portal opened. Naomasa, from what I see he follows a shadow and that shadow opened a portal but I don't think it's Kurogyri's in fact I don't think the league is into this and a gnome with a quirk like that wouldn't be possible but he stops to see that on the door when it was closed there was a figure but on the head it looked like a flame. Naomasa, what are you? Shadow. He heard that and looked around but saw that there was no one there. Naomasa, what was that? Rubbing his eyes, maybe while working I get that state I'd better rest for a while. He left but what he didn't know is that on the wall a shadow formed where on the head it was like a flame, and he saw red eyes in the shadow. Go through Naomasa's computer screen to then take the video and put it in the shadow. By doing that the shadow disappeared completely, and without a trace. The Mega Stone Cave. You can see that on a base there was a man watching through different screens. Well you've already found something. Man, they found a sign of a Mega Stone. And we believe it is a Mega Lucarioite. Excellent, go there immediately. Man. But what will happen if we meet that boy that they have in the caves? Well, I want them to record everything if it is what I think it is, do what they can to do that and get the stone. Man, hi leaves. Let's see if you're the Z Knight Izuku Midoriya. MHA World. There you see Kirishima training with Pinsir and luckily it was night and no one was outside. Kirishima. This is for men or not friend. Pinsir, sir, stops when he sees something, sir. Kirishima. Sees that he stopped. Here's what's going on. The Pokemon didn't respond, only to approach a tree and take out a Pokeball. Kirishima. Wow, another one, takes it. Jijoho, everyone needs to know this. Leaves with his Pokemon. Unknown location. Well, it's time for them to slowly have more than one Pokemon to see how they will advance, and then I'll give him something for his pincer. Let's see how Izuku does now with the third one at the moment. Pokemon World. With our favorite trainer, green-haired, along with his companions and his temporary companion Korona, they arrived at their destination, which was Geosenge Town, and there they saw what stood out the most, 3 rock peaks. Izuku, here it is. Toru, wow, what it's like here, impressed. Fuyumi, and this is where you should have your Korona stone. Korona, I must be here so Lucario can have the Mega Stone. Frogadier, excited to have her as a friend, seeing Lucario. Lucario, Carlo, nodding. Excuse me? Everyone saw a man with a camera. Sir, from what I see you are new here, would you mind if I take a picture of you with your Pokemon? Absol, it doesn't sound bad. Curlia, Kir. Toru, it would be nice if I could send my parents a postcard. For Yumi, I have a memory that you say Izuku. Izuku? Well, having that isn't a bad idea. Korona, in that case we will do it. Then everyone was lined up like the Pokemon. Sir, are you all ready? Toru, hi, sir. Okay, but it would be good if they got together a little more, just like the Pokemon. Everyone gathered together, although Fuyumi and Toru attached themselves a little more to Izuku and a little to Korona, but with the Pokemon, Absol and Kiria a little stuck to Frogadier. Izuku, we're ready, sir. Okay, now smile, so we can take the photos later. Ready. Izuku, that's great. Hey, by the way, do you know of a cave that's here? Sir, what do you say? Izuku, what happens is that our friend, pointing to Korona, is looking for a cave where there is a Lucarioite. Gentlemen, surprised, oh, of course there it is, pointing to a hill, there is the cave where what they are looking for is. Korona, that's great, happy. Sir, I see that you want that, right? Korona, of course, sir. Sir. But be careful. All, hey, Lord. It is said that a Pokemon Guardian resides there that protects the Lucarioite, but will only allow you to take it if you pass the test. All 8 surprised. Sir. Okay, takes the camera. I'd better take the photos so I can give them to you and some gifts. I'll be right back, leaves. Absol. A Guardian, huh? Izuku, you know I heard that happens in Alola, but this is getting interesting. A Guardian Pokemon. Frogadier, you think? Korona. It doesn't matter if that's true, this is getting to be a real challenge, right, mate? Looking at Lucario. Lucario Cario. Izuku, although for some reason I feel a bad feeling like when we saw Flare. I'm back. They see Mr. Juno with a little box. Sir, here are the photos. Handing them the photos. Izuku, what a photo. Looking at the photo. Toru, hi. Korona, I hope my grandfather is happy that we arrived. Lucario, assents. Fuyumi, looking at the photo and smiling. Fuyumi, she heard that voice, she didn't know what it was, but she saw in the little box a kind of brooch, but it was made of a colored crystalline mineral that made it look like a tree trunk and formed an X. Sir, notes to Fuyumi, I see there is something that interests you. Fuyumi reacts, oh well, sir, you can take it, go ahead. Narrator, she didn't want to, but it seemed like he was serious, and she took it and put it on her shirt. Izuku, wow, that brooch is pretty. Fuyumi, hi, but you still have the polygon and the stone. Izuku, hi, takes them out. Sir, sees that. Izuku, I don't know what to do, but anyway, let's go to the cave for Korona's test. Korona, let's go. The boys said goodbye to the man to start going to the cave, but the man only thought, Lord, that boy is also a chosen one. Now we have 2 of the Callos Knights, and he has an unknown mega stone. In truth, this boy is a true chosen one. He thought seriously, but didn't know that some trucks were approaching and they had the flare symbol. MHA World. Kyoka, they found another ball. Kirishima, it seems I've won another teammate. Shoji, how curious. Meanwhile, and I found another one, showing the poke ball. Tokoemi, me too, takes out another one. Tsuyu, Kero, same. Momo, it seems they will have new companions. Kirishima, Yash to me first, presses the button. When he did it, it came out like a little hermit crab, but its shell was a rock. Dwebble, happy. Girls, kawaii. Kirishima, a hermit crab, surprised. Koda, but he has a rock for a shell. Shoji, I think he's a rock type. Meanwhile, evil, conscious. Kirishima, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, buddy. Eto Dwebble, no. Dwebble, smiling assistant. Shoji, my turn, presses the button. Now he came out like a rock, but it had like 2 arms with hands, and the curious thing is that each hand had a face. Binacle, they said in unison. Kyoka, it seems you have an identical Pokemon, she said jokingly. Hounder, laughing. Shoji, funny, with a drop. Shuno with Malwile. Tokoemi, presses his. Narrate. A small crow appeared to Tokoemi, and the curious thing on his head seemed to have a wizard's hat. Crow, dark shadow. Apparently we'll be a trio of crows. Happy. Tajkwami, it seems so. Hunter, everyone. If everyone sees him, they'll think he's their son. Kyoka, well, Tsuyu-chan, what's your turn? Tsuyu Kero presses the button, and Tsuyu saw a kind of yellow duck, a bit chubby, and he looked a bit scared, or I don't know, because of his eyes, but more than that, he was doing something that made him look like he had a migraine. Psyyy. Ibara, a duck. Kirishima, with migraine. Tsuyu takes it, it's cute, hugs it. Everyone, and she sees him cute. Wardle, war, a drop comes out, Unknown location. This girl is so positive that you can't see her concern with that face. She's really very direct, but never when she was with that boy. Sees the Pokemon universe with Izuku and his friends walking. Some challenges await him. I wish you luck, Izuku Midoriya. Seeing Izuku. Pokemon World. He gets a call and answers, "What's up?" Voice. "Sir, we are close," and they confirm that Coach Midoriya is there and the granddaughter of the gym leader Shaller is with them. What a surprise. Well, you know what to do. Voice. Yes, short. So the granddaughter of the gym leader with him. He. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's see what they do with them. Smiles. With Izuku. He and his companions were walking on the hill. Toru, what a view. Seeing the view of the town they were in. For Yumi, hey, the view is beautiful. Izuku, also watching. I really can't get enough of the wonders this world has. It really has a natural beauty. Korona, first time seeing this. Izuku, where I came from I always see views like this. But of cities. But never like this, and it's beautiful. Absol, that's how it is here in our home, and you still have a long way to go here. Izuku, you're right. Frogadier, but we'll overcome that or not, mate. Izuku, of course. They continued walking until they reached the top where they saw the entrance to a cave. Toru, well, we made it. Fuyumi, well, let's go into what's happening. Everyone started to enter, but without knowing that they were being watched by an invisible being. That boy is getting stronger and stronger. But now she has the fragment. I'll see what they are capable of. In the cave, they looked inside to see that there was a river surrounding a stone path. Toru, wow, how beautiful. Absol, hey, I see something up ahead. Narrated. They saw that in front of them where a light hit from the ceiling was a stone. Lucario. Korona, that's it. Izuku, the Lucarioite. Absol, well, let's go. They began to move forward, but Frogadier stops in his tracks. Izuku, what's wrong? Frogadier, back. They didn't understand, but they saw something fall in front of them. Everyone. Seeing that, Kirlia. Kir. Fuyumi, no, friend. They didn't understand, but they saw that it arrived as a kind of Pokemon, but it looked like a sumo, and with giant hands. Izuku, that's it, takes out the Pokédex. Pokédex. Name, Hariyama. P. Classification. Push. SX, male. He loves to take on large Pokemon, and test his strength. His arms can knock over a truck. Izuku, wow, what a Pokemon that is. Toru, what's a Hariyama doing here? Hariyama, Yama. Frogadier. I understand he is the guardian that the Lord said. Absol, in that case the test would be. Frogadier, well, she'll see that. Coming to Korona. Korona, understands, ready friend. Lucario, carry, conscious. Izuku, good luck Korona. Korona, thank you, walks in front of the Pokemon. Guardian of the Mega Stone Eye. Korona and my partner Lucario challenge you, Guardian Hariyama. Hariyama, Hari in combat pose. Toru, we'll see. Izuku, his test. Korona, Lucario bone strike. Lucario summoned a bone of light and launched itself at the Pokemon, although Hariyama used his enormous hands to block the attacks. Hariyama, Hari throwing a slap. Lucario dodges it. Korona, Aura Sphere. Lucario. Lucaia, creating a blue energy sphere. Rio, the spear. Hariyama used his hands to use as a shield, but Lucario moved quickly to hit him with a blow that emanated orange energy that made him retreat a little. Toru, and that was it, not understanding. Fuyumi, I think he used the increased punch after Hariyama used his hands to protect himself from the sphere aura. Izuku, wow. They saw that they were still fighting. Hariyama, Hari ate charging energy in his palm. All. Korona, now take a leap. Lucario jumped high while dodging the Pokemon's attack to get close to Hariyama's face. Korona, now Aura Sphere. Lucario simply threw the sphere straight at Hariyama, causing him to fall on his back. Lucario lands next to Korona. Korona, Toru, they think that. Izuku, look, they see the Pokemon stand up. Hariyama, hum. Everyone seeing that. Hariyama, ha. Everyone was listening to Hariyama laughing. Izuku, perhaps he. Hariyama, sees both of them. Great job, you passed the test. All can speak, surprised. MHE World. Melissa can be seen with Steel doing their routines. Melissa, I hope I can find a way to find Izuku's location. Steel, Ron, supporting her. Melissa, thanks Steel, patting him. But I hear something rolling around to see a Pokeball. Melissa, another ball, takes it. Do you think it's another creature like your Steel? Steel, Aaron, conscious. Melissa, well, let's see what awaits us, presses the button. In the Pokeball that Melissa now has, it appeared as a silver sphere with magnets on each side and a screw in its head, and it had an eye. Might. Melissa, wow, amazing, amazed and smiling. Steel, Ron, happy. Unknown location. : she is happy with her second partner. Pokemon World. Shoto can be seen walking with Sapphire, but they were watching the Izuku vs. Grant fight. Sapphire, wow, Izuku is progressing very well. Shoto, aware. But you see when Froakie evolved into a Frogadier until when he released that water tornado. Shoto. Apparently he did that again. I don't know what happened. The same with Torchic, but whatever it is we'll see soon. Izuku, I'll wait for our rematch. With Izuku. Absol, wow, that Hariyama can talk too. Hariyama, not surprised and I understand. Izuku, so you have a bond too, Hariyama. A bond that was never broken. For Yumi, and with whom? Hariyama. With the protector of this cave. Frogadier, I see, and you've been taking care of the stone, haven't you? Hariyama, that's right. Seize Korona. I know why you came and I was waiting for you, and I must say you passed by. Korona, really excited. Hariyama, of course you came up with good moves and strategies so he could defeat me, therefore you won what is due to you. Hands him the stone. Korona, takes it, thank you. For Yumi, congratulations Korona. Toru, congratulations. Izuku, well done, I knew it, but he received a hug from the skater. Korona, thank you, happy. Frogadier, it wasn't bad at all, my friend. Lucario, Cario. The boys left but Hariyama saw them. Hariyama, that boy has an unknown megastone and it is linked to his partner. It is interesting, and more that two of them have the Polygon Z and the X fragment, only the Y wing is missing. I hope he has luck. Later, everyone was waiting for the man who took the megastone to make an accessory for Lucario, and curiously, he also asked Izuku to give him the stone and the polygon. For Yumi, you know I'm excited. Toru, and it is, for Yumi, that I will see a mega evolution before my eyes for the first time. Izuku, I understand you. The truth is, when I heard about the mega evolutions I was really excited about how they would look. Excuse me, young man? Izuku sees the person working with the man. Lady, here he asked me to give you this. Narrated. He said to give her a necklace, but there hung the polygon. Izuku, wow, this is pretty, takes it and puts it on. Lady, I'm glad, young man. Curlia Kir looks ahead. For Yumi, what's up Curlia? Curlia Kir, pointing forward. Lucario. Karo, serious. They didn't understand why, but they saw that black armored trucks arrived. Korona, what's up? Toru, I don't know. Absol, wait, look. They see that the trucks had an F, but they recognized it. For Yumi, it's Izuku Team Flare, serious. But what I didn't know was that her polygon shone a little until it showed a green pattern, and for Yumi's brooch shone a blue light.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.